Hello, hello. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a couple of days. Power was out around when I would have started streaming, so yeah. Would have really been able to. Hence my title, but we have it now. It probably won't be that long of a stream because I started a bit late. I was waiting for the storm to pass just in case because I didn't want to start streaming and lose power again. But it looks like we're good today. It's not nearly as bad as it was yesterday. Where did we leave off? Okay, it looks like we're getting uranium. We needed to improve the uranium buffer, and we need to increase the amount of centrifuges we had. Currently, we are buffering plenty of coal. Okay, it would be nice to upgrade everything in here to a blue belt, but I guess it's pretty low priority. Also, it looks like we are trying to get boiler water. I don't remember that. Oh yeah, for a nuclear power. Ooh, wait, hold up. Oh, that's not a good sign. Let's go check on that. Why is that being damaged? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. That's our oil mining. Okay. Oh, yeah, that would do it. We don't have a single ammo turret on that side. At least not not in the corner that looks like it's being attacked the most. That was good planning on my part. Very well done. Okay, should be good now. Don't know if I needed to reconnect those or not. It probably didn't make a difference. But it is good to know. I didn't realize we left the planet with those still there. Yeah, that'll be fine. But yeah, I guess we or sorry, not left the planet. We left. We stopped playing with oil already placed, so we almost left the planet without reclaiming those because I would not have double checked, which I guess wouldn't have been a terrible loss, but it definitely would not have been great. So uranium seems to be holding out just fine. It's not buffering, which means mining isn't the problem. It means the problem is we are not. Ah, yeah. It's just we don't really have a buffer of this stuff. We could do a temporary buffer pretty easily, which honestly is not a terrible idea. Because uranium is just useful. And I definitely want to be able to buffer a decent amount of it right now, even if I don't use it immediately. So yeah, we can set that up real quick. And now we should be able to buffer larger amounts. Don't know what to do about this though, because this is going to reach the end. Well, I guess we could extend that one chest. And then this one seems to be fairly empty. Then this will probably buffer for a while. Maybe we'll make it shorter, just so I can get a few more chests in here. Could be worth it. I don't know how to power that though. I might need a substation for this, because I don't really have that much space for a powerable here. Where are substations? I made some, right? Yeah, there, next to the other power stuff. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, this isn't a perfect buffer, but it will let us buffer a decent chunk of uranium, so that way we can start processing it. We might need to do some belt weaving to get it over there, though, so I don't really know how to do that. I guess if we just do yellow, it probably is enough. Yep, this is perfectly on the wrong side to do that. Cool. Can I do a side swap somewhere? Kind of. Yeah, okay. That works. Okay, now I can just side load it there, because it doesn't need to be full speed. Like, half a belt is totally fine. It just needs to be able to empty this buffer and we'll be good. Because I don't think we're processing a ton of uranium. Based on how fast this is moving, I think we're only handling about, like, maybe half a yellow belt. No, a little over a full yellow belt, actually. Which is still a lot. Way more than we need. Okay, so how's our power supply? So these right here haven't started yet, but that doesn't necessarily mean they won't. But the latency seems really bad. Is my math off? Are there way more boilers here than I thought there were? Okay, 78. 78 times 1.8, that's 140 megawatts. Half a red belt can do 30 items, no, 15 items per second times 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, this can't power this. Why did I think this was enough? Oh, because I was making my estimates based off of a yellow. Okay. Yeah. That's an easy fix, though. All we have to do is... Yeah, there's not enough output here. I was thinking half a red belt was enough for these, um, but it's not. I guess I was making the assumption that this like weird balance here would work out, but yeah, it's not. It's too weird of a balance to work out. So we just have to put an actual like an actual system here that can output more than a single belt at a time, so that way we don't have this problem. And it's really not that tricky. Wait, or sorry, we don't even need to be we don't need to be able to output like 2 belts. We just need to be able to output a single belt, and we should be good. So this should work. This is just for balancing purposes. One belt, honestly, 1 belt isn't quite enough, but it's almost enough, so I think I can roll with it. How many is this? 12? We'll upgrade this later. We could do this pretty easily. Is this outputting correctly? No. This needs to go 1 higher. Wait. These aren't even. That's why it looks wrong. There we go. Okay, so now we can just... Let's see, half of these are going to split up top, but I don't really like that. I was trying to save like a single tile here, and I definitely regret it. Okay. There we go. This should do the job. And now we can just send this straight across, and it should be good. Okay, much better balance here. We actually don't want the input prio. We just want the output prio. And then we get a full belt going this way, and we should be getting enough coal now. We can also replace these with with electric inserters. It's not going to be as brownout proof, but it does use less power. I don't think we can do it for all of them, but we can do it for all of the ones that are within range. Would be worth it. Yeah. What about how far over does it go? Okay, this will use a little bit less coal. And we'll just make it grab more consistently. It's really not significant, but I don't think we're super worried about brownouts here. Especially since this buffer can't deal with brownout, so it's not going to make a huge difference. Like, if we run out of coal, we run out of coal. There's not much we can do about it. We'll just cut this one to make it easier to fix. Hopefully I rotated these all the right direction. I wasn't actually checking. I might have done them all, all wrong. Okay, and these also, once we have nuclear, these are mostly... Oh, this one's rotated. When I put it back, I put it back the wrong way, I guess. But yeah, the ones in the end are staying as regular burners because they're outside of this power thing right here, this warp station. So that's why we have 2 random substations to make it that these things get powered. Otherwise, they wouldn't be. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to do anything in that corner. Except maybe put like a weird buffer. Okay, so these buffers need to empty up top. Let's see, these are connected, which means we could probably disconnect this bottom lane, which will make visualizing things a whole lot simpler. Well, we just got a water expansion, so we don't need to worry about this trick anymore. Well, let's see, we can keep the one up top because I think, nah, we won't worry about it. We can delete these. When the boiler floor got expanded, we got these free water pumps, but it's not worth keeping. It's really ugly and just overall not worth it. Let's see, these are oil cracking and stuff. Yeah, we can definitely delete these. Let's see, a lot of turrets are engaged, which I should not be surprised by. See, chemical plants. Honestly, I just want to delete pretty much everything except for the belts here. Do I have any critical fluids here? I don't think so. It looks like if I delete this, we'll be okay. Because how's water getting through to the top? Water is being directly sent through. And then these, we haven't been producing them anyway for a while. We can definitely do without them. We don't need the power poles anymore, thanks to the free awesome power station, which I really, really like. And then these will eventually clear themselves technically, but like it's gonna take ages, so I don't know if I really want to rely on that. But because we're still mining resources, that kind of makes it tricky. Also, we don't have these balanced well, do we? This is supposed to be one tile down. Oh wait, these aren't getting an input. Oh right, because these are supposed to be moved. Right. That wasn't like a complete oversight. It's just I didn't want to move it yet. But we had enough. I wanted to wait for these to clear. Now they're empty enough, we can start deleting the tanks, and the oil will or the petrol will go into the empty chests, and we'll be okay. Okay, so now we can buffer a lot more. This splits it, perfect. And then these will pretty much pry out to the right. Good. So I don't know if we need to upgrade these to sack inserters. I don't think we do. But basically what I want to do now is try to clear these chests and move them to the top buffer. Because they will clear themselves eventually by hand, although slower than I would like. But it's really much... By the time I figure out what I'm doing, it should be cleared, which is kind of the risk I'm taking right now. By just deconstructing things early. But trying to like build around things you are going to delete leads to a lot of confusion. And it doesn't really end up simplifying anything either. Also, wait. Oh, hold up. I just realized we're wasting a lot of resources on the top floor. We got an upgraded beacon last time, which means we can upgrade these all to prod 3s, which is insane. But more importantly, we're out of power. Hold up. What did we break? What did we break? Did we just not connect it? Why? Oh, we just don't have enough power. Yeah, that makes sense. Are we really that low? Is this really not enough? I mean, I guess this is just supposed to be backup power to keep the centrifuges running. So we might just have to re-enable this by hand for a bit. So let's grab some uranium. Oh, not that much. Let's just make some fuel cells. That should work for a bit. See, where are they? 60? Honestly, that's a decent amount. Do we need to balance it? I don't know what the internal buffer of these are. I imagine it's high enough. Uranium fuel cell. Let's do an assembling machine. Because these take forever to craft. I did not realize it was that long when I started that. Okay, yeah, that'll produce them. This will keep us from going too low for a while. Although we do need to connect them. Or wait, are the grids not connected? Oh no, they just look the same because turbines and turbines, because that's how I made these more dense. So everything in the power grid looks like nuclear power. Cool. That's going to be confusing for how much power I'm producing. Okay, these have plenty of available power. Do these shut down? Like, are these going to be deprioritized if nuclear power is on? It looks like not completely, but they do run less, which I guess is fine. As long as they're not like completely wasting all their fuel. Okay, now we can start deconstructing these, which will take forever because we do not have any inventory space. What can we get rid of? We could store everything for nuclear power in one chest would be a good idea. So that way we can stop cluttering our inventory with that. And then we also need to go back up and put the speed mod in. But yeah, basically what I was saying earlier, we just got a beacon upgrade, so we get a larger percentage of the top floor with the ultra beacon. And we also got another slot. So we can either give it another prod module, which could be good, but it will decrease the production speed of everything at the top. Or we could give it a speed module. There's an advantage to both. One, obviously, just producing faster is nice. But on the other hand, producing things with like 4+ speed 3s, prod 3s in it, it's also really nice. Because that's like half the cost, which is pretty big. These are already filled. I wonder if I can just like manually buffer stuff. I don't know if this is worth it. I feel like it is. Just to get us some starting uranium, we need as much buffered as we can, even if it has to be manually distributed. We could also put some here. We should also switch the hotbar over to regular. Switch the hotbar over to steel chests. And we need to leave soon, it looks like. So lots of stuff going on. Let's see if we can make some more turrets. Kind of. Although those will take forever. There we go. Now they'll be a lot faster. Okay, these are good. We should have a speed 3, right? We don't. Interesting. Can we make a speed 3? I don't think so. I mean, we could. It will just take forever. Yeah, might as well. I think there's also some speed 2s we could take from somewhere. But honestly, these will finish in time. Which gun turrets are destroyed? Base gun turrets. Interesting. How is our main base the thing that's getting destroyed? Yeah, we just need to leave, I think. We can't hold out that long. Also, I guess if we're going to be holding out like this, we probably should switch back to piercing ammo. Like, we stopped for a while because we weren't getting up to big biters. But the only thing we have to deal with big biters these days are flamers. So if they get close, these turrets, which would finish them off, don't do anything. And piercing rounds aren't... They're not terribly expensive, especially nowadays. So we can probably switch over. It's just initially when we were using piercing rounds, we were using like, 5 times the ammo to kill only small biters. Or 5 times the resources to kill solely small biters, and that's just not super worth it. Oh, we didn't even speed mod these. We almost could have left this. We could do uranium rounds too, yeah. Do uranium rounds cost extra resources other than the uranium? Because those are definitely worth it. If not. Like, if they cost extra iron and steel, probably not so worth it for everything, but if it's only the uranium, that's totally fine. The only issue with uranium rounds is we don't actually have a way to get uranium to the top, which is actually a pretty big issue. Unfortunately. How can we do this? It's also, is it this military? Oof. That is a lot of yellow science for something that's not, maybe not worth it. Let's see. This does 25 plus 25. What about piercing rounds? What's the damage increase? Oh, it's like 4 times. It's like 3 times. That's actually pretty good. But I did not realize it cost 1,000 yellow science, which I'm pretty sure is 70% of what we've ever made. We'll skip it for now, but we can start working towards it. Ooh, this is also pretty good. Actually, that reminds me, what's the beacon do now? Oh, the beacon gets every single furnace now. That's huge. Oh, these are going to be crafting forever. I mean, forever as in 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes, but it's going to feel like forever. But yeah, this beacon is broken. 30% productivity boost plus 25% speed, or we could sacrifice the speed boost. The minus 5%, well, no, it'd be like minus 10%, but making it 40% productivity, that's actually That's nice. Don't we have another... Can't we make another prod 3? I think I would rather have a prod 3 in it. So it would be minus 10% speed. How's the top? Yeah, they destroyed our ward base. That's fine. Average planet, something is missing. Yeah, but we don't need a ton of uranium. It's not like we can make a massive base. But yeah, that will also help. But being able to defend longer with nuclear rounds would just be, you know, quite nice. We could do laser turrets. Laser turrets aren't an option. Just like anything extra is useful. I can't wait until we expand this. Basically, anything that has like a different damage type that's faster than a flamethrower turrets would probably be useful. Especially since we have the power, right? Like if we're switching to nuclear power, we can afford to run laser turrets because they're not going to consume extra fuel. Although we could cut 2 of these would be another good way to preserve fuel. We'll lose the neighbor bonus, but if they're going to be wasting the fuel anyway, we might as well only run 3 of them until our power... Because, like, I keep clicking on the wrong one. I don't even know what to click on here to look at the power grid. Yeah, like, we don't need the neighbor bonus. So we can just do that, and then... Do we still have enough? Honestly, we could do this. That's still enough power. Yeah, we'll do that for now. I think that is worth it because it's not wasting fuel to not have them on. Yikes. I mean, it's not much of a problem. We can't use power, but we wanted to like design it to be able to do 4, right? Like it's not a huge deal, but we can also avoid it in the future pretty easily. But yeah, wasting resources is not a problem. Resources are infinite. It's just a matter of actually like setting them up. This planet sucks though. Also, having the 4 nuclear reactors is really good for while we're scanning, which means it might be worth doing. I also want to make 1 fuel cell in here and see how that goes. Yeah, this planet sucks, but at least we can get coal and stone, or coal and copper. We can't stay here for too long though, because it's a pretty bad planet. Because it looks like it's missing iron and stone and maybe more stuff. Let's see, this won't cause any issues there. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. We can also start working on getting more speed mods, especially speed 2s, I think are pretty good, right? They're 50% better than speed 1s. Speed 3s are obviously really good, but I don't know how realistic it is to put a speed 3 in every single drill. They're very costly for that. And we need how many? 150. We'll start with a much more attainable pair. Speed 2s, I think, is a good start. Because right now we have 2 speed 2s, which means we are, what is that? 1% of the way to all the speed 3s we need? Yeah. Okay. This looks decent. I don't know what to do with all these prod 2s. I completely miscounted how many prods I put in here. I kept giving it like stacks of 50 because I thought it was limited by prods, but it turns out it just was never getting red chips because like a turn belt or something. So we did overproduce those. We will use them though when the beacon gets an upgrade, so it's probably not a problem. We also have these researches we can get. I don't know what it does though. I really don't. Oh, is that what these corner things are? Is that what this is? I mean, it would have to be what that is, right? No, except that says southwest, southeast. Yeah, that's what these are. What did they do? Where do the rails go? Warp rails detect trains passing over them and warp their contents to and from chests. That would be a decent way to get uranium processed up here. Maybe. If I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't make those assumptions considering I barely know what it is. Let's start with the beacon, I guess. The beacons are already good, always good. We can also increase, let's see, ooh, logistics. I really don't like the extra pipe, but if we ever want to get more speed, we don't really need the chest upgrade, but we do need the belt upgrade if we ever want to do blue belts. But for now, let's just research the beacon thing. Hopefully we have enough yellow science for that. I don't know where our buffer chest is. We don't have one. We do not have nearly enough yellow science for this research. But that's okay, because we can increase that. Okay, so what do these look like? They have a 30% speed boost and a 40% prod boost, and they cost 5 times the energy. No, 6 times the energy. Oh, these are great. We need to redo this corner. I don't know what we need to redo the most. We also need to get off this planet. We probably won't stay here very long. And we need to finish oil processing. Kind of. No, we definitely need to finish oil processing, but how is the question? Let's see, is this getting enough water? I think so. And then let's leave some space for us to walk through. Let's see, these have prods, or will eventually get prods. We can also put larger prod mods in these, which would be helpful. Let's see if we can get some prod ones, though, for now, because they're good enough. Yeah, they'll be fine. And then with all the prod bonuses that these have, yeah, we have plenty of red chips now. Well, maybe not plenty, but... Actually, no, we do have a surplus of red chips. Everything's running full-time. Although it helps that everything has like a small crafting speed hit. Because of this ratio. Once we get another speed mod in there, though, that won't quite be true. Okay, so this planet does have oil. It doesn't have iron. But it does have uranium. Okay, that's like strongly mixed. Strongly mixed on this planet. Which one is left? Which one can take uranium? We actually need to swap these two. Because only one of the platforms can support uranium mining at the moment. It's not that we can't convert both. It's just that we haven't. It's pretty easy to do. We literally just have to copy the blueprint. I think it fits 1 less miner. Or maybe like 2 less miners. It doesn't have to. It just, the way we designed it, it fits like 1 less miner. Which is totally worth it. To not have to worry about which platform I use. So we'll set down the uranium thing, then we'll teleport back. Oil is perfectly fine, so we are not going to mine oil this time around. It's not worth setting up. Especially since we can't process it. As long as we have enough coal for coal liquefaction, we're good. I don't need to right click on that. Let's see how good of a driver I am. You know what? I hit surprisingly few trees there. I'm content with that driving. I think I might have hit 1 tree. Or maybe I was hit by a biter. But yeah, we made it through without blowing up. That reminds me, we researched tanks. That's probably where a lot of our yellow went. But we researched tanks too, because we realized we're bad at driving and combat. Yep. Oh. These are the exact same amount of everything. Same amount of turrets, same amount of flamethrowers, and same amount of miners. There's no disadvantage to using this for both halves. So let's go change that, actually. Do we have everything we need to redo it? Not quite. We're missing some underpipe, but that's an easy fix. Okay, I think we have everything on hand that we can go actually go and replace the other platform. The only problem is we don't have a big patch on this planet to do it with. We could go to this. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, this planet is really bad. I mean, most of these mine stuff, right? It's not... we're not going to have every miner, I guess. Also, what do we need to change before I start deleting things? A lot. Oh, gosh. Well, let's see. I don't need to... I think if I delete all the miners would be good. Probably just this whole section. What's in here? Nothing important, right? Oh, great. My inventory is full. Full. Cool. I probably should have checked that before I started doing this. Is that fine? Actually, uranium ammo in these would be super useful. Especially for, like, turret pushing. Which is definitely something you can do. Like, you can just use the outpost and paste the outpost somewhere. And use it as, like, an offensive thing instead of an outpost, and it's really fun. Okay, why doesn't this look like it fits? Well, I guess we can help visualize it if we... Wait. Why doesn't this fit? What's the problem here? What didn't I copy? Oh, is this supposed to just be rotated? That is... These are not mirrored. That's fine. Or no, that's fine. We can fix that later. That part's not the problem. Is there any good way to spot the difference? Probably. I mean, this is doing a fine job. Just going in parts. I'm just trying to avoid... Basically, I'm just trying to avoid deleting anything that either has a massive amount of resources in it or is the only thing keeping me alive. Like these chests I don't want to delete. But I think I need to delete this one. But that's fine. I can move it manually. Okay, that wasn't too bad. What else is missing? Looks like the only thing that's bad now is the top right corner. So I see some power poles I need to delete. This chest again, which makes sense because we had to delete it in the other corner. Okay, let's just delete this whole corner now. I think we're well defended enough up top. Medium electric pole. Okay, there's still a single thing blocking me. I see. Okay, cool. Hopefully that works. I think we're good. We don't have a roboport somehow. Wait, how do we not have a roboport? What? Oh, they took it. Right. Because the only patch we had that was a decent size was within range of the main base. That's an easy fix. Do we have a... Well, if we have a storage chest. Oh, it's on the ground? Wait, why would it be on the ground? I don't remember manually deleting it, though. I'll check. Huh, did I... Maybe I didn't deconstruct that one? Ironically, it was in the same spot. But yeah, I guess I did... Oh, right, I manually deleted it because it was full of construction bots, and I wanted to check how many I had. Do different bot factory levels connect by bot network? I don't think so. But the bots that are following you will teleport with you, like the person logistic bots. Okay, so we are missing one drill. But I think we can actually replace that pretty easily by just shifting this down here and then replacing it while we're thinking about it. There we go. Okay, and let's mine as much copper as we can while we're here. This thing is mining... Wait, why does this have radar coverage? Why can't I see that? Oh, I put a radar. Oh, I finally was smart enough and put a radar in them. It's cool. I'm not completely dumb. I went so long without one that I'm just surprised that I actually had the foresight to add one at some point. But yeah, I don't think the bot levels connect. That would be really cool. Especially with logistic bots, but it does not look like we are that lucky. What we need to do is figure out how to use wires on these chests, because we do have the ability to do that, and that's the only way we could reasonably get uranium ammo here. Let's see, there's one belt here, but we don't need a belt there. We need a belt here. which we don't have. What's the level teleport range? Like if you're coming towards you from 1k tiles away? I assume they don't warp. Uh, you mean like my bots? Uh, I mean, we have occasionally left bots behind, but I haven't been able to figure out why. Because sometimes they seem to warp even if they're not on the platform. I feel like the bot followers are handled differently. And I have not been able to figure it out. Because, like, one time, uh, I didn't warp with any of my bots or power armor. I don't know why. Like, I just lost it. And then one time I got twice as many bots. Like, it doubled my bots between warps. So it's kind of glitchy when it comes to bot followers. I'm not complaining because for the most part I've gained followers from it, but it was rough when I lost like half of them during a warp. But yeah, the weird one was when they doubled. But it was very useful because I was much in need of bots because I hadn't researched the tech yet. How is power? Gosh, I don't like how I can't check the power grids. It's very confusing. But I imagine that's a hard thing to do with the mod, so I mean, I'm not surprised. They did their best for how to show the power grids, considering they're like weird different surface things. Okay, these are working, right? Honestly, we're good on fuel for a while. Okay, we need to set up... Okay, so we need to leave space here, right? We don't quite have enough water for this. We might have to delete another turbine if we want these to fit, but that's a fairly easy fix. So we have like this entire central area to one buffer. Well, we have two options. We could either buffer uranium or we could buffer uranium products. Uranium products are significantly more dense because they stack higher and, you know, they're just 10 times denser because it's 10 goes into 1. But the problem with that is we would have to be able to process 3 belts at once if we don't want any uranium ore buffer, which is a lot. So what I'm thinking is we'll just have small buffers up here, like 3 of them, like one here, here, and here, that each buffer a single belt. So that way we can send 3 down, because these buffers don't need to be massive, because they will be processed pretty much immediately compared to the other buffers. Also, we have space up here. It's just weird. We have space. It's just in weird spots. So I want to use this if I can. And we can delete some of this stuff. We only needed this much concrete initially. We don't need it anymore. This was just to get us the first nuclear reactors because we needed like 5,000 like ASAP. But yeah, we can definitely buffer stuff here. We can have a mini buffer here. We can have, obviously, this thing worked really well. We can have another buffer like this. So I'm thinking we can also deconstruct this because this is stone. And honestly, we don't need that much stone. So we could, and we don't need that much coal either. So there is a lot of space if we reprioritize our current buffers and instead do a uranium, and then probably one of these could also be uranium. I think that would be the easiest to set up. We would have to converge these belts and rebalance this one, but I think, honestly, that's not terrible. I think I like that option. It does require us to repurpose what we already have, but we do not need this large of a copper buffer. Even once we get into LDS, like, you still use almost as much iron as you use copper for the high tier products. And we're making a lot more than just like just rocket parts. At least for now. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. These ones we definitely don't need. We do not need this much coal, and we definitely don't need this much stone. I don't know if it simplifies much though. Also, what is this belt? Gosh, we really should have just made all of these buffers like one inserter smaller, and we would have so much space to work with. Can we get an upgrade? Hold on, is there a reasonable upgrade we can get here? Reasonable is an overstatement. This is not that reasonable to get 1,000 more yellow science. We need to increase our yellow science. We just need more of everything. Okay, well, just in case we delete these, let's only use the top half for now. How did that not empty our entire inventory? Oh, some of these chests are full. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you're trying to empty your inventory into slightly full chests, the even distribution mod is actually not that great. It's great for empty chests, or if you use like Shift C, I guess it probably would work better. But I did not want to empty into these chests, so I wasn't able to use the quick transfer. Because I want to actually just cut these ones off, just in case I use them. Yeah. Wait, oh, I have a better idea. What if we just set a prio? Output prio, no, not output prio. Input prio right should be good. Nope, that's the left. Input prio right. Okay, that'll empty these ones slightly faster than it inputs the other side, which is fine. And then where did we leave all our stuff? It's still in those chests. Okay. Uranium is fine. I really wish we had larger buffers, but honestly, I don't think we need that much uranium either. Why do you favor speeds over prods for the centrifuges? Because currently I'm limited by processing speed and number of centrifuges. I'm not limited by availability of uranium. We will be using prods eventually, but at the moment, while we're not uranium limited, I am opting for speed mods because centrifuges are very expensive based on the resources we have buffered, because we don't have that many things buffered. We are fixing that now, though, so hopefully we can switch over to prod modded ones instead. No combinator to magically dynamically balance output. That sounds really nice. We just gotta figure out how to use combinators real quick. I'm not sure how abundant it is normally, but it's usually like easy enough to find a patch that gives you like 3 red belts of uranium. And I'm just going based on our current stores. We are currently mining more uranium than we're consuming. So like for this planet in particular, at least, we have an abundance of uranium. Some planets that won't be true, but that's just how this mod goes in general. But yeah, you can see how backed up it is. We have 3 almost full belts of uranium coming in, and we have half a red belt being consumed. Space exploration. I feel like that would force me to understand combinators, wouldn't it? What people have been demanding this entire time. Okay, what did I need? I needed concrete. Where do I keep concrete? All right, here. That was a lot of work for a single centrifuge. I did not realize I had that I didn't have gears on me either. Yeah, I would like to try space exploration at some point. Maybe I'll do that after Warptorio. And be immediately overwhelmed. So no guarantees I would finish it, but I would like to try starting it. Let's see, concrete, red chips. Okay. Yeah. That's why there's no guarantees I'd finish it. But I could try it. I mean, I play a lot of things and don't finish them and still have a good time. So hello to and hello bye bye. Welcome, or sorry, bite. I don't know why I skipped over the T. Quick playthrough, in and out 5 hours. Yeah, just a casual 5-hour space exploration run. Easy. Okay, so I was hoping these would empty more. We're just gonna have to do it ourselves, which means we might need a temper. Oh, gosh. We know that. I know it's not possible. I know nothing is temporary. There's no such thing as a temporary buffer, but like, I need this space so I can start working on things. The AAI Industries part I like, but I didn't go super far into it, so I don't know if maybe it gets worse. But I really like how, even though the machines start out kind of bad, I really like how you can pretty much repurpose all of the starting resources. Like, I like that a lot. Because it means you don't have to feel bad about using like burner drills for things, because you'll use them in other technologies. Or even like steam engine. Like someone was, I think, talking about Crestoria the other day. And you can repurpose the steam engines into turbines, which is really cool, because it means I wouldn't have a chest with like 300 steam engines in it right now, which it's kind of weird to deal with. Like, it's just kind of sitting there taking up space. I guess that'll be fine. We have enough coal buffered that we can idle it for a bit. Okay, I want to clear these. What's the range of Shift C? Oh, it's way too high to do that. Okay. Apparently I had an alarm that was not set to silent. That very much confused me, because I forgot I set that up. This is a very large buffer. I did not realize I made the coal buffer so massive. I guess when we made it, we had a lot of planets in a row that just didn't have coal, so we kind of overdid it. And I mean, it generally is better to have too much of a buffer. Until you have to empty that buffer, and then it kind of is not that great. But usually it's better to have too much. Are they updating it with new content, or is it just like maintaining like bug fixes and stuff like that? Because I mean, both are still impressive. Because I'm impressed by anyone who like keeps up to date with updating things, because it's always very nice. Okay, cool. Now we can delete these. Now we have so much more space here. Okay, can we just copy this a few times? Would that work? Yeah, I mean, it's not balanced, but I mean, the whole point is to eventually empty this buffer, so that'll work. A helicopter mod. You have a helicopter mod? The only thing I played something with like an airplane, which was cool, because it just made it that you flew really fast over everything. Which I guess is no different than like the modern jetpack. The jetpack stuff that's in SpaceX, which was really cool, but the default key for it was not fun. I remember setting it to like a bizarre mouse key. Well, I say bizarre, it's like middle mouse click, but then my middle mouse click broke, so maybe that wasn't a good idea. Called Helicopter Revival, a fork of the original helicopters. Oh, look at that. It is a helicopter. I don't know why I wasn't expecting a helicopter. This is very, very straightforwardly named. How's the nuclear fuel? We still have like a decent amount. Okay, I really wish I had this space to work with, but that is okay. Yeah, I don't know what I expected there with inventory space. Well, okay, to make it simpler, I could just start processing stuff here and move stuff later. So we do have a few options if I want to take the lazy route. We also might actually have enough U23, which one is it? 235 to start Covrex. Barely, but it looks like we do have enough, which means everything else can just be... Oh yeah, we have plenty. We only need 40, right? Or is it 20? We have Covrex, right? 40, okay. What takes 20? Oh, no, basic nuclear fuel takes 19 regular uranium. Okay, that's why I'm thinking the 19 figure. Okay, yeah, that'll work. We'll set up some loop with that. So everything else we're just gonna make into nuclear fuel. So that way we don't have to worry about this. And then we only need like 1 iron per second or something, right? Like we do not need that much iron down here to make enough plates. Where are they? Wait, do we not have any furnaces? There we go. Okay, how can we do this with the minimum amount of space? I guess we'll just accept that we'll need a couple extra tiles. I wanted to put it here, but a long inserter doesn't quite reach because of the way we have the pipes routed. Maybe we will eventually switch to that, but for now, look at that. Perfect. We have iron smelted automatically in the basement. I love it. Okay, and now we actually have a lot more space here for uranium processing than I thought. I'm not quite sure yet how to do Coverex, or how I want to do Coverex. We could do combinators. I mean, combinators aren't that complicated, right? I mean, they can get complicated, but like the basics of them aren't super complicated, right? So I should be able to use Coverex if I use. I think I have enough knowledge of combinators to do Coverex. Maybe. Yeah, I think I could do it just fine. What am I missing? See, is this too many? I don't actually know how much these consume. I have absolutely no idea how much these consume. Let's remove these. Probably not this much, if I'm being honest. Also, what happened to my 11th prod mod? Where is it? Oh, it's in this one. There we go. I was like, I should have had. Definitely not too many with prod mods. Are they really that slow? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize they were that slow. We can also do this. Which would help a lot. I wish we had one more beacon. Can we make one more beacon or get a beacon from down here? Oh, yeah. Right, there's all our beacons. Okay, now we need an output, which can just be yellow. Actually, we're going to use blue, not because they're necessary, but because it's what we have, which is a good reason to do anything, honestly. These definitely don't need a red belt. Okay. We could also, if this is somehow too much, we can supplement it fairly easy with another side. All the beacons. Yes, all the beacons. We need more beacons. And then, honestly, I really like this, so we're just going to copy this and do another one here because it's simple. And I just want something functional. I'm going to delete these. No, we just need more centrifuges, don't we? We really don't. This is 27 centrifuges and we have 2 nuclear reactors. We don't need more. It's more that I just want more. So yeah, let's just delete the right half. We don't need it. I won't. I won't bother. All I want to do is combine these into one half, so that way it's more balanced. That should be fine. Yeah, that will take from all of them pretty evenly. Hey, look at that. It's an actual balancer of some sort. That's a first. Okay, now for the fun part. Buffering them. Actually, that's not too bad, is it? Especially if we just use this space and immediately regret it. Maybe we shouldn't put it there. We will 100% regret it if we do that. So instead, we're going to move this up a tile. Coverex is weird. Feels like Ouroboros. Uh, sure. I get the reference. I don't get the reference. Did this need to be side balanced? I can't imagine this needs to be side balanced. The snake that eats his tail. Oh yeah, no, I get it now. No, that makes sense. No, yeah, I see it. Okay, if I have any form of logic here, I think I could say I could balance this many chests to this many chests and I'll be okay, right? Let's move this over. That was... This is me not wanting to... this doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. Okay, we need to keep this. This is precious. Okay, and now we're just going to cut through, and it will be perfect and wonderful and a very balanced nuclear reactor. I mean, it's good enough. That's the important thing. It's good enough to get started while we go figure out stuff. So this is a fully automated nuclear reactor setup, which will last a long time, like with the buffer chest that we have. It won't last forever because we're not consuming the 238, but it lasts long enough. We do need to get the inserters, though, for it to actually be functional. So maybe we shouldn't quite call it done. Oh, wait, maybe we have enough in our inventory. I love using these as storage. These are missing repair packs. That could be bad. Okay, fine. We're going to move these by hand. These are not going to empty fast. Oh, it's less than an inventory full. I thought it was going to be way higher than that. That's why I did the inserters there. Okay. We really haven't got a single 235 yet. I guess that makes sense. That's how it goes. We only need what? 1, 2, 3, 5 every 10 minutes or something for the... Well, actually, no, like every 5 minutes. No, 20 minutes with what we have. If we expand it to 4, then it will be every 10 minutes. So yeah, we're good. See, turbines, nuclear reactors, good. What else? 200 seconds equals 2 rods. I thought 200 seconds is 1 rod. Oh, you mean with what we currently have. Right, yes. So 1,000 seconds? Yeah, okay, so about 20 minutes, a little under. Yeah, in my mind, I still had 4. And then this is really easy to process, right? Especially if we do this little loop. It's not going to be prioritized, but with how little, like, 238 you get back. Wait, how do I recycle it? Is that not what you recycle it in? In a centrifuge, thank you. Thought I was just blind. That makes more sense. Wow, 50 seconds. But yeah, you only get 3 back. So this is literally just to make this not back up. Yeah, that should be plenty. With prod mods and the assembly... Wait, what? What? Why can you do that? I never would have tried that. It did not seem like a intermediate product. Thank you. That is very nice. Okay, let's try to get it some prod 3s then. Maybe not. We don't necessarily need prod 3s there. I really wish I could do nuclear processing up here. Like, I'm really wishing I could now. Do you know how great that would be? Like a 100% boost on your centrifuges and on your fuel production? Oh well. We'll survive without it. It's not like... I think the added complexity just isn't necessarily worth it. Because it's very difficult to try to get uranium up here and then send the products back down without maybe some kind of circuit logic. Also, we are purple. We're purple limited. Really? How? Bricks. Oh, we haven't mined stone in like 2-3 hours. Yeah, that would do it. Okay, we need to leave this planet, I guess. It is a bit unfortunate, but we need stone. Apparently purple, we burned through our entire buffer. It's okay. Let's see, do we have prod 2s yet? We have one prod 2. That'll work. That's still like a, what, 12% boost in the bottom? Good enough. Okay, then, I mean, if we really want to, we could do that, but I don't think that's worth it. That's not worth the extra power cost. Oh wow, this looks way healthier now. Although I guess part of it is just because we added a bunch of stuff that was already buffered. I don't know how it looks at steady state, but we should have enough. And then Coverex. I could set up a very simple Coverex. Maybe. Don't know how. I mean, it's just like a simple loop, right? We're just gonna do this for now. No, wait, this won't work. Will it? We do not need this much to kickstart it. I mean, ideally you would have it in the chain, right? Not just like crammed into the edge. So maybe that's my problem. I'm just trying to build like a lazy version, but it doesn't work super well as a lazy version. Wait, does this output 235? Yes, it does. 238, it does. Okay. This is a weird way to do it, but it technically will give me more. Right. Okay, so basically my thinking here is that I just want to start increasing the amount of 235 we have. Like, that is the entire purpose of this. Just in case I don't have enough here. I want this one to start producing some extra. We could probably also do prods. Wow, prods are broken. It's the first time I've done it in like 8 years or 7. I haven't done anything with nuclear power since it first came out, and it was like, oh cool, nuclear power. And then I just never used nuclear power for anything because steam engine or solar was just so much easier and usually more useful. But like I get the idea of it, and that's the wrong thing. We've done that so many times. It's just more of a I don't really want to set it up right now thing. I just wanted something to start producing more resources. Also, we can't mine uranium on this. Oof. We can't mine uranium with the right half yet. It is set up to take sulfuric though, which is nice. But we have it connected to the wrong belt. Or the wrong pipe. I mean, even casually, like I never really played into late game. In most survival craft games or anything that has like a randomly generated world, I find it most fun to start worlds rather than go far deep into worlds. So like I always just start new worlds before I get to the point where nuclear power would help. Yeah, 2,000 oil, we can waste that. Mine's not that bad. I mean, at least it's a loop. It doesn't go anywhere, but at least it feeds itself. That's something. Oh, we can also hold up. We have a lot of beacons. Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. I don't even know if we have the speed for that. We probably do. Actually, this is an incredibly slow research. 60 seconds? Not research, sorry. It's just incredibly slow process. Let's start the radar. That would probably be a good idea. Okay, so we need to get nuclear power. We need to get sulfuric acid over here. Uh, oh, we could go from, let's see, there's no pump, right? We could go from here somehow. Would that be easier? Doesn't look like it. Hmm. Oh, hold up. I see it. I see where we can get it. Okay, so if we take red belts here, now we have room to put a pipe through this. Yeah, that's very nice. It is a bit far. Maybe we can close this gap. Kind of. We can make that work. We can go up first, would help. So now we can go this far, which should breach it. Yes, perfect. And I don't think we deleted anything. A few months ago, you spent a week designing your nuclear setup with buffer, and now it's easy to plop the blueprint down wherever. Oh yeah, having blueprints is just overpowered. I mean, you design them, so it's not like overpowered, but they're good. Blueprints are useful. Of course, a lot of their utility depends on you continually playing to that phase of the game. But if you do regularly get to nuclear power, they seem like it would be very useful to have those blueprints on hand. How is there still oil here? Oh, there's like small amounts of oil. Okay, so we can connect this. If we move this over one, okay, kind of. Well, now this doesn't fit. Hmm. Okay, we can move this up a tile. That'll work. There we go. Okay, so the whole point of that was to get room to send these both up, which is a weird way to do it, but it technically is fine, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we don't have plans for anything else here. It will do. It's good enough for now. We got sulfuric acid to this half, so now we can mine uranium with both halves if we need. So that way we don't have to think about it, because that was the only thing that wasn't like neutral. Oh wait, if we do this, we don't waste anything on the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. There we go. Does this take evenly enough? I don't think it does. That might help. No, not quite. Maybe. Basically, you get two of the U238 back, and I think with one here, I wasn't using primarily the stuff that was already like processed. I was using some of the top stuff, which I didn't really want. Another option is to output it just back onto this belt, and maybe it will get used up, but that could also back up. Maybe we should just loop it back to the beginning. That could work. I mean, we'll constantly move around like 2U38, but I said those in the wrong order. It will continuously loop, but it's probably fine. But yeah, we have plenty of fuel. And I mean, we're only consuming a third of our power, so that's fine. Should we shut off coal power? I feel like it seems risky. But I mean, we probably have stable enough stuff. Maybe we can redo it, reattach it by hand if necessary. But like, I don't really want to just burn coal when we're always going to be burning nuclear anyway. We might as well not use our buffers. Okay, let's see. We did not grab the right side. We attached sulfur to it, but we didn't actually grab it. Wait, this is a weird way I connected these. Oh, that's why this connection was so much harder. These are not actually mirrors of each other. for no real reason other than I messed up when building this tank and I never fixed it. Yeah, I love heating up the room at when it's like 90 plus degrees outside. We definitely need more heat. That's why I only Bitcoin mine in the summer, because it's just not hot enough in my room. You can use the circuit breaker. Yeah, I could use some kind of... Well, so the problem with the circuit breaker is it doesn't really work when the whole room is powered. I did think of that, but the problem is we have the mega substation in the... We have the mega substation, which connects... Which means no matter what, these ones are going to be connected to power. The only thing this wire does is connect these like 8 on the end, or 12 on the end. So this is great unless you want a power switch. I would have to do like, I could do a different kind of power switch where I just turn off the belts. That would probably be doable. But directly turning off like the power with the little power thing switch option doesn't work, unfortunately. Not yet. Maybe with one of the upgrades. Oh well, let's go actually get... Wait, we didn't check. What's on this planet? Okay, we have uranium and iron. This has what we need. I don't know what it's missing. Oh, it's missing stone. Well, iron's more important, so we will stay on this planet. We won't have any purple signs for a while. A logic, yeah, that seems like a lot of work. I mean, we don't necessarily need the logic-driven inserter, though. You can put logic on a belt. So it could just... I don't know how circuits work. Can you read power levels? Like, can you just cut off circuit if power demand is below, like, 100? Because if you can read power levels with circuit networks, that would be pretty easy to set up, I think. But if you can't read demand, then obviously it wouldn't work too well. You can't put it on a splitter, I don't think, but you can put it on the belt before the splitter. Yeah, you can't put it on the splitter, but you can put it directly on the belt, and you could just disable the belts going towards the power plants. Use accumulators to read power level. Good point. Can I do that? Have I unlocked that tech yet? I feel like I have. Also, we should definitely be using uranium ammo for attacking bases. If we had it, it would be very nice at least. Okay, hear me out. Yeah! I like these forward attacks. We lost a lot of stuff from that. It was worth it though, because I did not want to try to destroy it otherwise. But yeah, I think we might have the ability to read from the accumulator like that's built into the stairs. But I'm not confident because I know it's some kind of technology. Let's see, were these replaced? Yes, okay. But it was one of the researches that... Oh! Huh, how did that happen? Oh, wait, how did that happen? Oh, that's how these work. No. I don't know how it worked. That could have been bad, though. I don't quite understand what happened. I guess it, like, trades the floor with the other floor? Maybe? Wow, but we're good. The important thing is that it's okay now. Oh, we didn't turn off the radar. That's why we're hurting for power. Yeah, I could just build an accumulator. That's true. That is an option. I don't have to just use the one that's built in. These are just to carry wires, if anyone's wondering what these are for. Okay, let's see. Well, can we actually... I mean, we might as well check. Okay. But yeah, the whole point of that was to just move these here. Okay. Read belt content? No, not read belt contents. This is just enabling if... Okay, is one of these power? Or do I need a combinator for this? I feel like I need a combinator for this. I have no idea what the combinator would do. Let's make one. Decider combinator? Wait, what's this? Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, that's the fancy combinator I unlocked from one of the techs. I haven't actually looked at it. That is incredibly expensive. But I guess you can automate things based on teleportation and stuff. That's cool. Check on pole what signals you get. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have my own accumulator. Although I don't know why this is so low. Did I not? Oh, these are charging. This thing might be problematic. Oh, wait. These are only 80. Right. Or no, these are 160, right? Then why does it say 108? Do we not have enough steam turbines? Hold up, did I horribly miscount them? Oh, maybe I'm not dissipating the heat very well. Wait, what's happening up here? Oh, well that would do it. Haha! We did not have water. That explains some of the power issues. Okay. Yeah, if C is less than 99, turn on. Okay. Wait, C or A? Is C just an example? I imagine it's just an example. Okay, so if I turn this on, will this work? I don't think this worked. Does it have to be C? Why is it C? How do you figure that out? No, wait. What am I missing here? This says it outputs A. Are these just working because there is no C? Yeah, okay. Wait. Oh, I had this the wrong direction, didn't I? Enabled if less than 190. Oh, wait, I don't want them enabled right now. Right, that's the problem. They're not supposed to be enabled at the moment. Right, yeah. Okay, the issue is that it shouldn't be on because I have enough power. Okay. So that is right. For some reason it's scaled up, but... So let's make it a little higher. Although I don't think those few percent matter. Okay. There we go. So hopefully... I mean, it's a... Hopefully that works. I think it should be fine. It will reduce a lot of our coal waste. Let's see, how is this using so many turbines? This is 46 turbines. Oh, it's not using them fully. Oh, wow, that's a lot of temperature drop. I guess it's not that significant. It's probably just because it has these to distribute between, so it is, even if it's not necessary. But yeah, we're much better on power. I think we have enough water. I don't think we'll have enough water to run all of it. Basically, just what I'm wondering is why it says they're not running fully, but I think it's just because the way we have it balanced, like if they're not all running, these ones will just go into the left ones because like it sees space for the steam to go, so it goes into that space. I think when they're all running, it's probably good enough. Maybe not perfect, but good enough. Which we could set these back up. But we have nuclear power, and we have this weird loop thing, which has produced a lot of uranium, actually. 35. Oh, we have doubled the amount we started with here. We really need to set this as our main source of uranium, because it's not that difficult. Let's see. We could do combinators. Another option is guessing and oversaturation, which is a valid option, but I feel like maybe I should just use combinators because I imagine they're significantly easier than just guessing. Usually, basic combinators are a lot easier than trying to balance things based on guesswork. We don't really need this chest here, but I also don't think it's worth deleting. Should I be buffering iron here? I think I want to buffer iron just in case we have like a iron shortage. But on the other hand, we can buffer, never mind. We can buffer 2 chests of iron here. We don't need to buffer this. We'll just output directly. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff in my inventory I don't want. You can read the contents of a chest. Oh, that's true. I could just balance it with a chest. That would like stall it for a little bit, but as long as I have a decent store, should work well. Yeah, I could try that. It's easier than combinators on everything, that's for sure. That's a little... So that could work. I was just gonna go based on belt priority, which I think would be a terrible idea. Where it just tries to grab specifically what it outputted from itself. Because the problem with that is that getting the right belt prio is going to be horrible. So yeah. Yeah, no, that would not work that well. Yeah, we should do some kind of chest or some kind of logic at least. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be non-zero amounts of logic. Okay, iron. Oh, we get so much iron. This is nice. This is also nice. It's just we don't actually need uranium right now. Maybe we should use it to replenish a different stock. Ideally, I would be replenishing stone right now, but I can't do that because this planet doesn't have stone. What I could do is double the amount of iron we get. Because, like, we have a lot of uranium right now. But yeah, this is why I wasn't using prods. Because we've had 3 planets in a row that have had more than enough sulfur uranium. So let's actually move the uranium mine. Because I think I would rather have 2 iron drills right now and fill up these chests as fast as possible. So that way we can mine other stuff on the next planet. Because this is just a lot of idle stuff we don't need. Okay. That's a decent iron patch down there. We can go to that one. We still have not made a tank yet. Wait, we did research tank, right? Yeah, we could get a tank. It's not faster than the car, but I'm really bad at driving the car. So the tank is nice because it won't break as often, which is just always a good thing. Yeah, right now I would say we could get iron. We could double up on iron, or we could get coal. But we don't use coal much anymore. It's only used for plastic now. We barely even use it for smelting. And that won't be true for very long. Actually, we should fix that right now. Let's replace all of the smelters with electric furnaces. Okay, this will be backed up for a bit. Is there any balance here? No. Okay, we need an actual splitter here if we ever want this to clear itself. But for now, let's just empty it by hand. Because it's not that much of a belt that we need to empty. And then these should start working fully now. Or at least mostly full. mostly fully, which is not, you know, also known as not fully. Maybe not the best choice of words. Okay, hopefully I have enough belt throughput. I'm really glad I decided to not be lazy and combine the sides into one chest, because that's really nice. This currently, I don't think it's side loading. I think the problem is there's some uranium still on the belt. So until it clears itself out, which is actually going to be a while. Actually, why is it a while? Oh, because of this thing? No, why isn't it clearing itself? Okay, maybe I should move it here where it's less prio. Yeah, we did not consume enough uranium. Oh well, it cleared itself. That's the important thing. Okay, iron we're good on. I think we have enough steel furnaces for what we want to do. We do need more speed mods. At least speed 1s. We don't necessarily need speed 2s for this. It could be helpful though. Speed 1s will work. Prods, I don't think we need prods for what we're about to do. Can we start on prod 3 crafting for the centrifuge? Yes, might as well. At least on the output, which we really don't. I don't think we're hurting enough to really need these in the basement, but we might as well use them, right? We have them. We have the power. But not in the He-Man sense. Okay, so I want to replace all of these with this. And then I actually want to start smelting copper here too, because we have the space. So we don't have the inventory for this. We do have a couple options. And I think I'm going to opt for this one, because I don't want to clear my inventory. But I think I'm going to immediately regret this, because how am I going to move these later? We're not going to. We're just going to hate it. That's basically what it amounts to. But yeah, we need to delete all of this stuff. Gosh, this is a lot of stuff to delete. Wait, do we have like... We have 4 construction bots. We have 4 construction bots. What was I expecting? Okay. Might have misjudged how useful those were to use. That's okay. Guess we will have to move stuff by hand. We no longer need iron. Wait, do we need coal here at all? Yeah, I know, right? You only need 2. One for deleting something, and then one for putting something in that spot immediately. Oh, 1 worker, 1 leader. Okay, so now we can replace that coal belt with an iron belt, which is way more useful. Hopefully. I don't think we're using coal down here for anything. That would be weird. But yeah, we should be okay. Then we can also help. We can have our personal bots help, which are honestly significantly better. I don't know why we have this chest here with fast transport belts, but I guess we'll make use of it. We'll probably use a lot of it right now, so maybe it's not too bad. Okay, so I actually really like that this one uses copper. I think I'm going to copy this layout and paste it down here, because I think we do need copper processed here, because I would like this to keep producing nuclear fuel stuff. But I don't really need it to. I just kind of like want it to, if that makes, like, you know, I want to do it because I can, and we have the space, and it seems like maybe it will be useful, even though it's completely unnecessary. Anything above that is just overhead. True. I mean, we only really need our player, right? Everything more than just the player is just useless. We just need some significant downsizing. What am I doing with this iron? Oh, it was just like a weird loop. Okay, yeah. No wonder why I had an iron shortage. Okay, steel, copper. We have a bunch of junk. I can't auto trash this stuff because I have to redistribute it all the time. I could get rid of the pistols, would be good. Okay, yeah, so we had this weird loop for iron just to make up for the fact that we didn't have enough iron here, but that shouldn't be a problem anymore. We do still have to figure out how to get yellow ammo here. I don't think will be that much of a problem. Especially since we're going to start using piercing rounds more. We need to upgrade this to a red belt. Maybe we will still belt weave piercing rounds through. Do we have space for that? We can belt weave. We can we can belt weave. We can belt weave piercing rounds back up. That is an option. Right? Yes, but not like that. It's more like this, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we actually have 2 spots we can belt weave with. So we can get a yellow belt. Oh, yeah, we can get a lot through here because we need to get steel and we need to get yellow ammo through here. Or we could do yellow ammo over here. No, that seems like a bad idea. Yeah, this is good. I like this. It's way cleaner than what we had. That's the important thing, which is a pretty low bar, but it's still a bar that we have. And then now we can belt weave backwards with the yellow belt. I love belt weaving. It's so nice. Okay, and then I don't know if the side we have here matters. It does. I don't like that. Okay, so we are actually going to change how we do this and filter out the steel to the left because I don't want to worry about accidentally killing ammo belts because these are important. And then let's see, we decided we're not going to do nuclear ammo because it costs 1,000 yellow science. Actually, is it only that? Does it cost any? It costs military. We also don't have military science, I don't think. Unless we have enough buffered. Because currently we don't have stone, which means we can't produce purple science, and we can't produce military either. But we are backed up on military, so we could actually start towards uranium ammo, just to see how it goes. Worker robots work 30% per liter. That seems like a pretty efficient ratio, right? Wait. So you're saying if we have like 1,000 liters, we have an extremely efficient workforce? I wonder what the balance is in this situation. Because I feel like there's arguments for both. Just increasing the number of liters or increasing the amount of workers. Like there's probably some perfect balance to get maximum production here. Wait, are these in range? No. Okay, so that means we should have steel over here. And then... Wait, if that's the case, I should flip these. And I should probably do it now before they back up a ton. So yeah, the problem I just ran into is I want to produce steel over here where I'm within range of the beacon. But on the other hand, we're going to be within range of the beacon pretty soon. So maybe it doesn't matter. Let's see, base is being attacked. Cool. Why is it being damaged already? Maybe we should get laser. Wait, what about laser turrets? Do we have those researched? We do not. Let's get those. Like that's just going to use buffered resources that we have. I like it. We can finally get laser turrets. Also, we have plenty of resources for them. And I mean, they're free to power because we have uranium at the moment, and like any power we're not using it goes to waste, so we might as well use them on laser turrets. I like it. I mean, ideally we would just have not too much power, but you know, I'll settle for whatever is easiest. Okay, so this I think is plenty of engines. It just needs to actually run. Oh yeah, this is why I want copper here, because I need to automate gun turret production. And then maybe we can send repair packs up to the top. I think we have a spare belt. We do have a spare belt. It's hard to use, but we could use it. We could also produce bricks down here, which would help a lot. But honestly, I really like where I'm producing walls because I feel like it saved a lot of space down here. Nah, I won't worry about flipping this one. I really want the steel to be produced in something that is within productivity range, because that seems like it's a very good use of resources. Oh, you cannot delete that. I guess it's not that difficult to do a belt swap, is it? Harder than I would like, actually. And then I can't output like this, can I? Wait, does this work? No, I don't. What am I doing here? Why isn't this working? Why does this belt working normally work? Oh, no, I'm doing the wrong kind of. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, no. We could do same side in and out. That could help. Oh, I was thinking of my burner drill setup, which is 2 wide. This is 3 wide. Right. Okay. Does this work? I think this works. We could. It's weird. It seems very awkward, and I don't like it though. We are just going to accept that steel is not going to be prod mod. That's what I've decided. It's very complicated. I don't want it to be over here because that's really ugly. It's not complicated, it's just ugly. Is a better way of phrasing it. And it will be prod modded eventually. So it's not like it's not a permanent thing. This can't go here. It just, for now, we have to accept that they won't run with, and they won't give me extra resources yet, but that's okay. Nice. Wasn't sure if that could go 1 tile over, and then we can speed mod these, or you could prod mod them if we really care about the extra iron, but I think we're okay. Okay, so this is like double the steel production, and once we get 1 more range to this, which is pretty close. Oh my gosh, that's really close. I think I have an idea. I mean, if it's anything like my last idea, it's terrible. But I do have an idea. We can move this in 1 tile so it is within range. And instead we will have same side in and out. And we'll send steel back up here. I like it. So it should amount, it's less furnaces, but I think they're more productive furnaces. And then when we get the expansion down in this corner, or when we get the beacon size upgrade, we can replace it. But now we can output the steel at the top. And I think we actually have more production this way, because we went from 13 furnaces to 11, but now they are better. 40% better. And then we can send the steel right back up here. Perfect. And then there's even a spot for us to sideload ammo if we would like. Ooh, that works really well. That is surprisingly, that fits surprisingly well there. I like it. Top furnace, no output. Oh, right. That's a really easy fix. Thank you. Or you could do this and it still has no output, but now it looks like we have more. Can I get an output? Yes. Maybe. Wait, does this output on the correct side? I don't think it does. It outputs on the belt's right side, right? Wait, does this actually output on the correct side of the belt? Wait, this might be okay. Yes, it does. Cool. 1 more furnace. I like it. Wasn't necessary, but we do have 1 more steel furnace now. Cool. We should probably leave the planet soon. Fighters seem to be getting overwhelming. Or we should at least provide repair packs, which need a lot of stuff that I do have, but I don't have on me. Okay, let's just turn all of these into repair packs. That's a lot of repair packs, but I think I think we can't have too much, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then where did we leave our stuff? That is the most random spot for a chest. Why did I think that was a good idea? Okay, how is our iron store? We should probably check on our buffers to see what we need next planet. I imagine we're good on iron. Wow, they have still not backed up. It is crazy that we can now buffer 6 belts of resources for like half an hour to fill a buffer. Like we've come a long way from being able to buffer half of a belt of resources at a time, half a yellow belt of resources. Now we can buffer 6 red belts of resources. Very glad we rebuilt this like 50,000 separate times because it is coming in handy. And then how is our uranium? Cool. It looks backed up. We're good. I mean, the main thing is we just need to make sure these aren't full. I could do an alarm and tell myself if any of these are full. Maybe not a bad idea. But on the other hand, we're not producing that much. It's going to be ages. We have to, because we're doing what? These get condensed down 10 times farther, plus some are being consumed. So yeah, I think we're okay. I don't think I need to be paranoid about that. Because we can fill these chests like 30 more times before we back up these. Yeah, we're good. I cannot figure out how to get out of here. I'm stuck in this labyrinth of spaghetti that I made and forced onto myself. Which I deserve. I deserve that punishment for making such terrible spaghetti. Okay, so we can reconnect these now. Preferably with red belts. See, how's copper? Copper is good. This one's backed up. Probably because these haven't run in a while because we haven't needed blue science, but that's still good as good. Even if it's not that good, I'll take it. Keep upgrading laser speed. What about laser damage? Just through the blue science. The yellow science ones are way too expensive to be worth it. What else could we use? Oh my gosh, our lab research speed is probably like crazy efficient, isn't it? 52%, 48% productivity for research. That's awesome. We should replace these with prod 3s, like Ultra Beacon prod 3s. Would be a good idea. And would be very easy to set up. We can do that right now, actually. Let's actually do things for once instead of just saying we're gonna do things. I think we can finally make that change. Maybe we should reconnect ammo first before I do that. I feel like I should reconnect ammo. Especially considering how easy it is to do a small amount of ammo production. Okay, we can have a splitter here. Hopefully we don't need to use this belt, but we can move this splitter if we can figure out a way to move this splitter if we need that belt later. But for now, I'm just going to ignore it, so that way I can get ammo. At least some kind of functional ammo up and running. Okay, these probably have enough throughput. This is definitely enough ammo assemblers. Okay. And then I said I wanted to switch to using red ammo. So that is kind of a problem, actually. Because I don't think I'm producing enough copper here to use red ammo. But I have all this. So I do have an idea. It's a weird idea, but I want... Well, it's not that weird. I want half the copper to go up and half the copper to go down. So maybe I can weave it through here and have it go up, split it off towards piercing rounds, and then the rest is going to go back down, and that will go into like gun turrets and stuff. So we'll use this belt weaving area. And we should have enough space because this... we don't quite have enough space. But we can move the splitter. That'll be no problem. Like, that's one of the easier problems to solve out of for everything we've done today. We can definitely make that work. For now, we're going to take the easy approach and destroy all of that. Cool. Don't know why I thought Smart Belt would work here. Yeah. Cool. So now everything's the wrong way. And there's probably a bunch of mixed belts. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. This one's still flipped? No. I think that works. We can probably won't be too hard to clear out the stuff that was mixed mining. Especially if we use a filter. Filter out this into a random chest, and that'll just make it that we don't accidentally brick a ton of lanes with piercing rounds. Okay. We have belt weaving here, so we do need this to be a yellow belt at the end. Okay, cool. And then this apparently still needs that copper, but we could send it this way, and that will also work. Okay, that's a lot easier to work with, actually. It's a lot easier to tell what's happening, too, since now the copper comes from one very specific spot instead of all over the place. Okay, and then these... How did I not connect those? Wait. That's missing repair packs. Oh, it's the outpost that's missing repair packs. Oh, that's bad. That should fix it. And then we said we wanted piercing rounds going to the ammo belts instead of yellow. It's going to take forever for those to clear themselves. We might have to send some manually for now. Let's see, does this steel need to be over here? I don't think this steel needs to be over here. I could filter out steel here. We can't output this first lane, though. Wait. What was this even doing here? How is that outputting onto this belt? What was that trying to do? Weird. I think I see a place I can filter out ammo to compress piercing ammo to the left. No, that doesn't work. I could awkwardly split it. I don't really like that idea. Or what if I do a splitter here? I think that'll work, right? Yeah. Oh, never mind. That's really easy. Yeah, that's looks a lot more complicated. I didn't realize I just had this gap here I could go through. Very nice. Okay, so now we have a lot of yellow ammo that we don't have anything to do with, but that's fine. Low priority. Let's make sure these are connected. Looks like it. They are copper limited, which means... Oh, that's the one that I deleted. I deleted the copper input. That's okay. We'll just delete this one then. When in doubt, just delete it. If it's not going to run anyway, because it doesn't look like there's enough copper. Oh, wait. Oops. Okay. Maybe there is. But I imagine 6 is plenty. We only need 3 for our military science. And I can't imagine we need more than 3 to power our actual base. But if it is a problem, we can use beacons. Beacons fix every problem. And then we should just leave. It's going to be easiest to replace these, or it's going to be easiest to refill these repair packs if we're actually like at our home base. And that'll also give them time to replenish ammo. Not sure what I should do about all of the yellow ammo I have. Because this is a lot of yellow ammo that I don't want. Let's see, where could I could put it here and it'll eventually filter itself, right? It will take forever, but it will eventually work through that ammo. That will help. Also, we'll be using it on biters, which should also help, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. I feel like this is not enough. We could cut it and move it over one tile, and we could get one more assembling machine, though.
Beef taco, beef taco.
I also have no idea why we're putting green science and ammo on the same belt, but I mean, it seems to be doing okay. It's a bit unconventional, but it does work. That works. Okay, it does the job. There we go. We got that assembler back. Hello, Emerald. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. We finally got nuclear power up and running in our Warptorio run. And it's also the first time I've ever used like nuclear power in years. So it feels like a nice accomplishment. It's not amazing. We haven't done Covrex yet, but we have enough uranium to keep us running for a while, so we're good. We don't need Covrex, and we still have coal if we need it, which supposedly is connected to logic. Hopefully I did it correctly. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're more than good here. And we have these prods. Yeah, I like prod 3s. They're very useful. Okay, so we have plenty of uranium for now. We really need to finish Covrex. It's just a matter of how lazy do we want to be when we do it. If we use prods, we can't do inserter logic. But we could still wait, no, if we do prods, we can't do combinators. Why don't you use Logibots? I feel like that defeats a lot of the purpose of the mod in general. So I'm trying to use Logibots only for personal use, for like clearing my inventory and stuff, and like requesting items. I don't really want to use them for the base, because I feel like if you use Logibots, the only thing you have to worry about is power, which you could very easily scale up to power those. So it just feels like if I got it, I would stop playing the mod pretty much. is why I wouldn't use is why I'm not using them, because I wouldn't feel super motivated to keep going. But yeah, doing it the hard way effectively, it's the only reason. Simple as. These are not getting enough copper. I wonder why. There we go. Now it's getting copper. We've had so many problems with these getting copper, but it should finally be okay now. Wait, how do these work? If they're not affected by the prod mods, do they get the larger craft? Did they get a larger crafting boost? Oh, that's so cool. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to actually have like kind of logic in that. But like if these don't get affected by the Ultra Beacon's prod boost, they don't get the negative speed boost either, which is neat. I don't know why it wouldn't be that way. I just kind of wasn't expecting it. So it is a nice surprise that the things that don't use prods are faster. Oh yeah, bot mods are great. Bot mods are great. Like they are very useful. And if the challenge isn't like being space limited, I definitely would probably be using them. It's just because the whole thing going for this mod is pretty much you don't have much space and you keep abandoning the planet. Felt a bit disingenuous. But yeah, if we do SpaceX, we will 100% be using Logibots for like everything, because we will go insane if we don't. So it's really just specific to this one. Okay, so this is a dwarf planet, which means it's bad, but there should be enough uranium, which is good. Like, it's not an amazing patch, but I think it's a large enough patch of uranium that we can stay here for a bit. Like, we don't have to worry about leaving immediately. How many warp zones do you get? As far as I know, it's endless. Wait, like how many times can I leave planets? Or like how much space do I have? Because as far as I know, you can keep warping forever unless the game has some limit. Space? Oh, you can like keep upgrading. You can keep upgrading the base. It starts out really small, but of course the things you make get increasingly more complex, so it doesn't feel like I have that much space to work with, but we started off with like a 10 by 10 area. Or smaller, I think. It could barely fit like 3 assembling machines on it. I think it could almost do 3 assembling machines in a chain. So yeah, it probably was actually 10 by 10. But then we've upgraded it like 8 times, and we have 4 floors, which is really nice. So we have like a dedicated floor for power and uranium processing, which is great. This is terrible. Which is the densest spot? If I stagger it, could I get more drills on it? Yes, but not enough to be worth it. Okay. And then You know what? How uranium limited are we? We could also get this one. They both are bad. I think with the amount we're consuming, honestly, this might be enough because we're not consuming more than a red belt, and this looks like maybe it's one red belt. And this brings up the question: what else do we need? Why don't Why don't we have a radar in our base? This entire time, we have had so much space on the top floor because there's nothing important we can build there, and we have never built a radar. Ever. We have one in our outposts, which are much smaller, but we didn't put one in our main base. Okay. I mean, it's a really easy fix, but it's, uh, it's an interesting oversight. Cool. Look at this. We have stone again. Wait. What happened to my car? Um... Huh. It took it from me. Oh, it was handled like biters. That's fun. Taco color. Ooh, is that a taco color? 2, 3, 1. Oh, it totally is taco color. Yeah, it's like a nice flour taco shell. Or maybe even like a corn taco. I like it. Did I type it right? Yes. Good redeem. Okay, this is really not that much stone, but it should be enough. Especially since I'm pretty sure we're limited more by furnaces than we are by bricks. So yeah, we should have enough walls buffered to keep military going for a while. Oh yeah, we're definitely brick limited. This should work. Oh, because we have a buffer here for rails. We don't have a buffer for furnaces. So that's why things were idled. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we said we wanted these to be ultra beaconed, which means we need more prod 3s. Which I think we can do pretty easily, right? We can definitely make 2. Let's set this up to keep processing some more stuff. Because these are already pretty good, but we might as well use as little science as possible, right? So we can beacon 2 of these instead, just literally anywhere, and that would be a very good use of science. Because I think we're more resource limited than we are anything else. We can move it over here for now. I mean, that gets you a lot of beacons, right? I mean, individually beaconed are pretty good, but this should be fine. You got stung by a bee and now your hand feels weird. Bee stings feel weird. Like they don't. I feel like bug bites in general. I mean, I haven't been bitten by a ton of bugs, so I can't speak for like. Okay, wasp stings hurts and spider bites I imagine hurt, but a lot of bug bites just feel weird. Mosquito bites suck though, or bees and bee stings feel. They have that weird numbing sensation, and I don't like it. Although maybe that's an allergy. I don't really know. I feel like are bee stings one of the or sorry, not bee stings. Are bees one of those things where everyone's like slightly allergic to it? But some people are worse. I don't really know how those work. Are you only allowed to explore a certain amount? We can explore as much as we want. It's just we rolled a dwarf planet and it's terrible. So it's not worth exploring. Like we rolled every slider is set to like 20 or 30% planet, so we could explore, but the patches aren't going to get that much bigger than this, so it's just not worth it. I let the radar go for a bit, for like 5 or 10 minutes usually, and just get whatever I see. Because we only stay on planets for like 40 minutes or so, so it's not super worth it to explore that far unless we're very hurting on resources. Bee stings are good for you. Well, I do not believe that one. They build character. Is it that kind of good for you? That kind of vibe? This is only 7 sciences. 6 sciences. That's fine. It'll work. It's weird, but it'll work. With the amount of science we're producing, I think this will be okay. Do we need a stack inserter? We might use a stack inserter for this. In small doses. Oh, okay. Like a alternative medicine type of thing. Don't know if it's worth it. So I can't say I want to be stung by a bee for health benefits. Okay, we're definitely going to move this pretty fast, but I like it for now. Do we have more beacons? I think we have more beacons somewhere. Kind of like snake venom being used for medicine. Isn't snake venom used more as an anti-venom? Do people actually use it for like medicine? I have not heard of that, but that doesn't mean it's not true. A lot of things, I guess honestly, a lot of things are used for medicines. I shouldn't be surprised by anything. Okay, that was a bunch of junk I don't want. Why did I do that? We don't need these rails. We definitely don't need the burner inserters, and we can get rid of some belts. Okay, that'll work. I just wanted to move that stuff because it's been sitting there since pretty much like 3 weeks ago. We put that chest very early and then forgot about it. Okay. That's good enough. I think once we get another prod 3, we'll do a second lab because this is incredibly slow. We definitely need more than this, but it'll work for now. Actually, we're almost there, though. We're like 2 minutes away from the prod 3s. I think 2 labs beacon this much is totally fine. Because we don't research constantly. Like, look at our purple science store, right? Like, we don't actually have enough to keep any of this running. So we can definitely cut some corners. Are these full? Why are bots not clearing my inventory? Oh, right. Because I have 13 logistic spots. Well, we can fix that really easily. We do have to cancel this, which is like 30 seconds of wasted production, but... You know what? Let's stop doing that. Let's just hand feed these assembling machines because I keep canceling them. And I don't think I'll stop anytime soon. It's just so tempting to cancel the thing you're currently crafting. Okay, so where are Logibots? There they are. Perfect. Okay, are there any construction bots in our storage that I need? I don't think so. No, okay. There's only the ones up here, which we want to keep there. Okay, so we never actually reconnected blue science. So we should probably do that. There's a lot of things we need to do. Honestly, this is a pretty good planet to hold out for a while though, because the attacks are going to be pretty small, so it shouldn't be that difficult to defend. Like even at the outposts. Although it's more of a range thing, so maybe it's worse than I thought. I might, if I do want to hold out a while, I probably should delete these two. Delete them. I should, ooh, I could move over there. If I switch my uranium mine over here, I think it'll be incredibly safe. And I can also start mining, I don't know, copper over here too. This just looks like a very not attacked area. That will be good. We can also start putting the laser turrets that we have places. Although it doesn't look like they're that useful. Also, wait, what's the range of a laser turret? Is it actually useful? I don't know if they're useful at all. I think it's more of just they seemed fun. Oh, wait. Oh. Can you tell my Factorio age when I thought gun turrets outranged laser turrets? Did not I forgot that is not the case these days. So how do I build this then? I didn't really plan to ever have laser turrets, so we could just delete some of the gun turrets in random spots. That'll work. We could also shift a lot of the gun turrets over to make space for laser turrets in between them. It's not a ton, but it does work. The flamethrowers are more of the issue here, huh? Yeah, I think we can actually fit a lot of laser turrets in here. The problem is we need to move the flamethrowers to do that. But that is very doable. Wait, they need to go... Do they need to go the other way? Oh no, well we still want the flamethrowers on the corners. But we also want one laser turret on each corner, probably. We could do the very corner can be laser turret for maximum range, could be good. Yeah, I like that. Because like this is a very vulnerable spot to get hit. One laser turret to get the spitters could be good. Because it's really hard to get flamers to attack the attack the corners because you can't rotate them 45 degrees. Ideally, you would have like a flamethrower here and here, but that would constantly set myself on fire, so it's not really worth it. Okay, and then I really want to stagger gun turrets and laser turrets. It's like this should work decently, and then the flamethrower is perfect. He's not in the way. Good. I still want to leave the space with the gate though, because I like the gates. Gates are nice. They look very good. Way better than like deconstructing things every time you walk through. Yeah, we don't need that though. Okay, this pattern seems decent. Yeah, no, I like this. Yeah, I guess just shifting the flamethrower turrets was enough to make it pretty easy to fit this stuff. And then I think I can fit one more laser turret somewhere in here. Probably in this gap. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's good. We can get the other corners pretty easily now, because I think we can just copy this and rotate it, and it should be good. Except we can't rotate it because we need to delete a lot of things for this. Wait, why aren't the pipes lining up? I don't remember. Did I mess with these at all? I don't remember messing with these pipes. I thought I only messed with these top ones. Which means they should be lining up, but they're not. Don't know why. We could also just not do this because we can also just expand the base. So maybe we'll just be lazy. Yeah, we'll just be lazy for now and we'll do this. We'll worry about more laser turrets later. Right now I just want to help us defend this area a little bit longer. We can also probably stop the ammo resupply train in the outpost. Right? What's their damage? Ooh, no, it's more of a shooting speed issue. Because the damage is totally fine. The damage is definitely better than yellow, especially when it comes to defenses. But part of the problem is also shooting speed, which they only fire 3 times a second, which means they're not good against small waves of biters. They're great against spitters and like big biters and stuff, but they're not great against small waves of small biters, which is pretty much the entire force that we start getting attacked by. Maybe with the flamethrowers, thinning them out, I could make do with laser turrets. Or just large amounts of laser turrets. Like, we could have a lot more here. Yeah, uranium ammo is the best we can do in terms of DPS. But I'm more concerned with not getting hit rather than DPS. because the gun turret range is just really small. I feel like I get hit by too many biters or too many spitters. I don't know if laser turrets will make that perfect though, so maybe they're not that useful. But yeah, uranium ammo. We were going to switch entirely to uranium ammo. It's just 1,000 yellow science, which we do not have yet. Although out of all of the things we have, yellow science is the easiest to scale up. So we could probably actually do that soon. But first we need to fix purple science, or blue science, which is pretty easy. We don't have much space in our inventory, so this is going to be annoying to delete. Oh gosh, yeah, this is going to be very annoying to delete. Cool, we don't need these labs anymore. Don't want to get rid of the centrifuges though. What else? Wood, we don't need the wood. Plastic, we never need plastic. Once again, we have a ton of explosives, and I have no idea how. We just always keep accumulating explosives. And then boilers. I don't know if we'll ever need boilers again. We definitely don't need a single steam engine that we've been carrying with us for like 2 hours. Like pretty much all day. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, well we can leave those for now. Yeah, that's true. It does just get rid of that. Which is nice. It's just part of the problem right now is that I don't have 1,000 yellow science. Well, I guess now at this point it's like 600 yellow science because of all the prod mods. But I'm still not even close to wanting to waste that on uranium ammo. And then we have another issue of how do I build it? Because I don't have any free belts to get uranium ammo on. The only way I could produce uranium ammo is if I had only laser turrets in my outposts. And that's not a bad idea. Like, that would be totally fine. Laser turrets and flamethrowers, so then I don't have to send ammo to the outposts. That would be really good. Because most of the attacks go towards my main base, so I can probably deal with just laser turrets there. Now, let's see if there's any, like, basic spot I can use. I can automate laser turrets. I actually might be able to automate them here. See, we have batteries. We have steel, kind of. It is not going to be fast, but they will be automatic. And then we have iron, which we can probably get down here, right? Oh yeah, we have steel here. Look at that, laser turrets, perfectly automated. Assuming I got the recipe right. Laser turrets are boring. Well, you know what else is boring? Having logistic spots move everything in my base, which is the only way I would really be able to get uranium ammo to the outposts. I'm fine using gun turrets and flamers in the main base, but this belt right here is very problematic. I don't have enough free belts to get uranium up here, like full stop. There's just not a way without weird logic. So it's just not really worth it. Like, I would have to have a bunch of logic stuff, and I just don't want to deal with that just for the fun of using uranium ammo in the outposts. But if we don't have this belt, then we can send uranium up here. Then we can have uranium ammo. Or we can just keep using piercing rounds, also an option. But I like the idea of these outposts not being refilled, because this has a lot of mess that would be cleared up without that ammo belt. But yeah, I don't want to forego gun turrets entirely because they're fun. I like the simplicity of gun turrets mowing down hordes of enemies. It looks very satisfying. Okay, so we need this steel to go over here, which means we actually need to rotate this to change the prio. I guess this works. Yeah, that'll work. These are all on the wrong side now, aren't they? No, maybe not. Yes. Is it a 1-to-1? Is it a 1-to-1 ratio? Okay. That'll will probably clear itself eventually then. Maybe. I don't think it will. Oh wait, it is on the same side. Never mind. We ended up putting stuff on the exact same side it started on. Perfect. Okay. We don't need the firearm magazines. We also don't need these ones. Okay, so we need gears, engines, and flamethrowers, and... Okay, I didn't realize there was going to be more, which is why I kept saying and. And we want gun turrets made down here. So I think I'm going to flip one set of these. Because there's definitely enough copper going up top towards piercing rounds, right? Oh yeah, piercing rounds are very heavily backed up. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so this has more than enough copper, which means we can send the rest of it to be gun turret and nuclear power automation if we decide we need more nuclear parts. Don't know how much copper I need, though. I also don't know how much iron I need. Really don't know anything, apparently. We could do belt weaving, though, to save some space, which would be nice. Literally anywhere but there would have worked. There we go. Wait, what's the pattern? Is it this? Is it really that simple? Yeah, okay. Cool. It is that simple. We have gears and we have pipes, and that should be plenty for the amount of steam engines we need to build. We could also use medium electric pulls, which, ooh, wait, we can automate medium electric pulls. We should 100% automate electric pulls here because we use them pretty much exclusively now. The only reason we don't is because they're not automated. So let's actually add them maybe here. Nah, we'll add them on the end. That's true. I could just do more complicated ways for the sake of it. That is an option. It's like it doesn't need to be complicated, but what if I want it to be complicated? Okay, this is not the right ratio. But it depends how many engines I want to make. And I don't think I need more than like 8 engines assemblers. So this we'll keep this just for buffer purposes. Oh wait, we have a lot more space here than I thought. We can have the engines produced on the other side. That'll save a lot of space. Oh, we can belt weave. We can totally belt weave steel through. If we want. We don't need to, but I really like belt weaving. Spaghetti is a noble goal. Yes, the goal is spaghetti. That is the end goal of this run. To make the best spaghetti ever. I'm on a quest. Everything else is secondary to it. Okay, that'll work. I think this will tessellate well enough. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all the space on the other side, though. I could use it... Well, actually, no. This would be a good spot to put the... Actually, no. No, that's a good spot. I like it. Engines can go here. I have no idea. This doesn't really copy that well. Okay, I'm just going to copy it right now, and then I'll replace it. Because now I can tessellate it, which is very nice. And then that's a lot. I don't think we have enough iron to run this many, but we're going to try. And I'm pretty sure the side that we have these on doesn't matter. Because I think this is a dedicated belt, but we honestly don't know for sure, so we should go check. Because that could cause a lot of problems. And it switches to a red belt. Yeah, that makes it easy to follow. Okay, it looks like it's literally just engines on one belt, so that's very easy. We can't mess it up. We'll find a way. But realistically, we can't mess it up, so we'll be good. Okay, and then this would work. Because this is just a, hey, make sure we don't lose flamethrower turrets thing. Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot. Like, it fits very nicely. It doesn't run full speed, but it runs well enough. And then if we really want to, we can take from 2 engine assemblers. A better spot would actually be down here, where it's more likely for the engines to only go towards the flamethrower turret, though. So let's actually do that. But on the other hand, if it's down there, it's less likely to get steel. So never mind. This is a good spot. Okay, and then what else did we need? We needed sticks, which we somehow need to get onto the steel belt, which means we actually want steel on the other side. And it doesn't matter that much, except if we put sticks on the steel belt, we can automate medium electric poles and keep this pattern, which I like. We do need to clear the belt, though. Which I think will eventually clear. Yeah, we'll just have to make sure. We'll just double check as it goes on to make sure. Still steel on the wrong side? Thank you. Well, I'm glad I set this chest here then. Because who knows how backed up it is now. Okay, so we have sticks. Let's see, do we need big electric poles? Probably, and medium electric poles. There's really no reason not to have both. Okay, there we go. We want this to be in a different spot. That is the wrong size electric pole. Okay, and then they both need copper and sticks and steel. Okay, there we go. First time we automated medium electric poles in 40 hours. Glad we finally got it done, though. I also really like that these have productivity bonuses. So we probably do actually have enough iron here. Doesn't feel like we do, but honestly, engines don't use a ton of resources. They just use a lot of time. Okay, it looks like they're finally correct. Good. And our inventory is full. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, and then we can filter these out here. I think we're just going to have... I think I just want a chest randomly in the middle. It's a weird spot, but it does the job. Except we want to blacklist this one. Actually, no, that's confusing. Blacklists are less clicks, but it's hard to visualize what it's actually picking up. If I have them filtered to what they're picking up, it's a lot easier to tell by looking at the radar what's happening. Okay, how do we do this? I kind of just want to feed these into the other chest, but I don't want to do it by hand. So this should work, right? Yeah. It'll eventually clear itself. I like it. Okay, so we now have extra steel here. We can also cut these down. Maybe put them somewhere else. We have plenty of military science production. Because it's all about like the ratios, right? And we don't consume military for much, so we don't need it to produce as much as every other resource. Did we ever finish the prod 3s? Because I would like to set up the other lab. Okay, cool. The other lab. The 2 labs. We're only allowed 2 labs. I guess. This works, right? Yeah. They're not fully beacon, but, you know, it's decent. We do need to copy this up, though. And then, let's see, can we power these from the other side? That would be very nice if we had a substation, which I don't think we do. Or 2 substations. Actually, 1 would have worked. Oh, well. What did we do with the lab? What did we do with the lab? Oh, we must have put it in the trash. There you go. Now we have the lab. We don't have the stack inserters. Which I don't think they really need to be stack inserters, but... I mean, they don't not need to be stack inserters. We do need more beacons, surprisingly. Do we have any beacons in storage? Probably not. We've been placing beacons everywhere just because we can. There we go. All the beacons we could ever need. For now. It's not that many beacons, honestly. That won't last for long. Then if we copy it like this, like a smart person, we actually get the speed mods in it. There we go. Why isn't this working? Really? I'm missing a single underground. That's fun. Okay, and then what else? I don't need these engines. I don't need these walls. I don't need these gates. Why do I have all this stuff? Actually, walls would be really good to throw up top. Also, we have plenty of speed 2s. If we really wanted more science, which I don't think we do, but we could do prod speed 3s here. But yeah, I don't think that's super high prio right now. Gotta keep making speed 2s. I should probably automate those, considering how easy it is to automate. But knowing me, we're just gonna keep postponing it forever, and then we'll until we redesign this. Because I want to redesign this whole floor, especially since it's like. Actually, is there another upgrade? Oh, our factory floor is kind of upgraded. I have no idea what this is. I did not see that there's something called a giga floor. That seems useful. I'm excited to get that. So I think we will go to space science. I want to keep playing after I launch a rocket because I want to see what kind of cool upgrades this has. Because it looks like you can do a lot of really cool stuff with this mod. Like I want to see how big it gets, basically. That's all there is. It's that simple. See, I don't know if I really need to upgrade this, but sure, it's cheap. These accumulators balance. Ooh, I like that. Although I don't think I've ever had power issues. Yeah, 2 gigawatts. Yeah, I don't need the balancer there. I have not transferred more than 2 gigawatts ever. We've never consumed more than 200 megawatts. Which, that does remind me, how does our uranium supply look? Because it has to be getting pretty low, right? Actually, it's holding on. Maybe we should actually set up Covarex. That would be a good goal for today. Basic Covarex. Not like we really need it, but it will reduce how much we're consuming here, which is nice. Because like even if we don't technically need more uranium, it'll make it that we don't have to mine it as often. Okay, so prod mods would be good. Probably better prods, especially considering how expensive the inputs is. The inputs is, that was not a good sentence. Prod 2s, probably. Prod 1s are probably enough. Prod 2s would definitely suffice. We don't need prod 3s for this. We do want more beacons, though. Because more beacons means less complexity. I don't know if it's more space efficient, but it's definitely simpler to set up. And then we don't really have any wires, so we're just going to steal from this belt. Okay, there we go. Honestly, we've needed more beacons for a while. We might as well just craft them all down. I'm fine with that. See, we are actually kind of hurting for piercing rounds right now. Okay. How's our stores? We're actually getting enough stone from this. Like, even though this planet has the worst stone I've ever seen, or some of the worst stone I've ever seen, we are getting enough. So I guess the tiny planet isn't as bad as I thought, because so much of our stuff is idled, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but it is what's happened. Then we might need more centrifuges. I'm not sure. Okay. So somebody suggested earlier we have a chest. And when that chest fills up, we output from it. That could be good. Kind of. I don't quite understand how I would set that up, but I feel like a chest would be easier than combinators because combinators break with prod mods. And that seems bad. We can kickstart a lot of centrifuges at once, though. Like, can it be as simple as outputting them on one belt? Probably not. We don't need to... Well, the input doesn't need to be filtered. We probably do want to filter the outputs. Just so it's less likely to back up and stuff like that. These definitely don't need to be stack inserters. I'm realizing that now. Okay, and then inputs. Inputs don't matter. So those don't need to be filtered. We do want stack inserters though, which we don't even have fast inserters. Actually, they don't need to be stack inserters. It helps visually, like it looks like it's nice for it to fill fast, but it doesn't. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, well this will not work great. If we get a... Oh, wait, hold up. I have an idea, though. I feel like it's incredibly lazy, but I think it will work. Which I guess is just everything I've done since I started this run. It's incredibly lazy, but it will work. You spent a lot of time designing Cobrex only to end up with a very simple design without combinators. That's what I'm thinking. Like, combinators help for kickstarting it, I imagine, if you're very limited on U235, but I have 160. No, I have 240. I can kickstart it pretty fast and keep two of them running even with internal buffers. And I mean, if you're copying it for later, it's probably easy to use combinators. But the prod mods, I don't... Prod mods break things. Or do they? You could still use combinators to... You can maybe still use combinators. No, I can't think of how to use combinators without breaking. Prod mods don't like those. At least not by default. You could probably figure out ways around it. I'm just not that smart when it comes to combinator stuff. So I personally could not figure it out. Doesn't mean it's not possible. Definitely is. But it's above my pay grade. I will be content with this, whatever this is. Also, I went upstairs for speed 2s and completely forgot what I was doing because I noticed the batteries were broken. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's always going to start slow, but especially when you have to buffer like 100 inside itself, it's got to be doubly slow. Wait, at least prod mods affects the U235 and not 238? Really? Okay, so then there probably would not be terribly difficult to design it around prods. I wonder if they did that intentionally. Because yeah, if it doesn't affect 238, then it does sound significantly easier now to try to put prods on it. Because you could just have it reset the count at 238. Well, these can be looped back to the beginning, right? If I really want them to be. I also probably don't want these outputting on the same belt. Prods only affect the difference between in and output. Oh, and since the output is negative, you don't get extra. I mean, I guess in terms of vanilla recipes, it doesn't affect anything else other than uranium stuff, but probably useful for it to have that general knowledge for general application for other mods. Yeah, I figured it probably only affected the one, but hey, that's still like 20% extra. I'll take it. Well, that's not going to work. I don't know the throughput of this. I feel like this will back up a lot and run in bursts, but maybe we'll be fine. I really can't do anything until I get that stack inserter. Or I can't visualize anything until I get a stack inserter. Because I wanted a chest. This one doesn't need to be a stack inserter. And then I want these to be on dedicated belts, so let's move that. But like we can just enable this one if the other ones, if it's backed up a lot. That should work. Enabled condition, U25 is greater than, I don't know, 100. Hopefully the throughput is enough. I think it is. Wow. I just made none of them not work. Perfect. Cool. We had enough to start them all, and I didn't use any of them. And I didn't start any of them. It's great. Okay, so with these, I could just loop these back to the buffer. And just input prio. It does have the problem of this being a permanent loop, so maybe that's not the greatest. Oh wait, I have an idea. I don't want it. Do I want it to permanent loop? Does it matter? I don't think so. I don't know if things will back up. I guess this only works. It would kind of look stupid if Covarex enrichments provided 35 U2 through 5 for every 40 put in just to account for productivity. That would be great. You don't want to operate your Covarex on a loss? Lame. You should definitely want to. You should definitely want that. That's the whole point of it, to lose resources. Actually, I want a trash filter because it looks ugly backed up, and there's a good chance it could back up with 238, 235. Okay, I really don't want these to like. Oh wait, what if I put them in a chest? Maybe I don't want this to be on a permanent loop, like constantly looping the same resources around, which is what I'm trying to fix. I will move this over a couple tiles though, so that way I have more room to work with. That's true. Using on bullets is nice. Maybe we'll just do the exact same loop we have here. And then we'll just refill it if it's empty. Yeah, that'll work. No, I like it. Because these are operating at a loss. That's the important thing. And just activate this if, honestly, it can buffer a lot. Oh, cannon shells. Ooh. I do like the idea of cannon shell stuff. That is very nice. What the heck does uranium look like? There we go. Less than 1,000. We don't need to buffer that much in this chest. 500. Oh, that's way more. There we go. Okay. Hopefully I set this up right. So this stuff will be eternally looped. None of the 238 this produces will go back to the main base, because the last thing I wanted to do was back up the belt because I'm looping the same 238 forever. We do need to fix this though, but that shouldn't be much of a problem. Aw, they require 235. That is sad. Or you could ignore Covarex by just mining a massive amount of uranium. But that seems like it might be difficult. Oh, we also don't want to convert all of our 238 either, do we? So we also need a minimum to where it doesn't work, which I have absolutely no idea how to do that. Oh wait, no, I have an idea. We'll use a splitter, and this will only work if we have excess 238. I don't know how much we really want backed up though. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not as much of a problem as I think it is. It probably isn't that big of a deal. Because this is a lot. Like, it will probably take a while for all this stuff to process before I ever get backed up. Okay, I did not have to delete and repaste those, but I did. Once you have filled the first 2 to 3 chunks with steel chests filled with U238, maybe Covrex was the answer. I don't think I'm going to regret Covrex. I think it was the answer. Although it's not going to do anything for a long time. Yeah, I think it was a good idea. Especially since these will ideally be sent straight through Covrex. Do I have enough? I don't actually know if I have enough to power what I have. That's another thing. I don't know the balance. Not like I really need a ton of balance, but yeah, I don't know how the balance will be here. Ooh, wait, how do I get this through? I could filter it out at the end. That's an option. No, after... Okay, I literally just cleared these, but I'm going to filter them out after the underground, just so that it makes this part a lot cleaner. Do they need to be separate? Oh, wait, they don't need to be separate anymore. Right. Yeah, the only reason they were separate was because I was going to design this slightly different. But now it doesn't matter. Let's replace it with this and then filter it out to be only these. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's much nicer. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about 2 belts. And then, should I take 235? How do I grab this one? I guess I could do it the same way. Or we could do this, and at max I'll take half. That's not right. That was supposed to be a filter inserter. The balance is 5 to 3. 5 of these to 3 of these. Honestly, that seems decent. It doesn't look like 5 to 3, but with the speed mods, we probably have roughly that ratio. Like, within like 100%. But we have enough. Probably. Okay, so the whole point of this thing right here, I want half of these, if possible, to be able to go directly into fuel. We'll probably mostly just use Covrex, but I want the option. And maybe we'll disable these if we're low on U238. Not sure. Well, we can figure out logic later after we break everything. For now, we'll just go all in on Covrex. No, we'll do 50-50. I feel safe doing 50-50. Like I won't accidentally ruin everything. I could enable this only if this is above like 1,000. That would be pretty easy to do. Yeah, that would actually be really easy to do. Yeah, we don't. Well, we might. Well, I guess we still need it some for fuel. Really? It can't reach? Hey, now we just have to connect them to one grid. Okay, now it will only work if, I don't know, let's say, let's keep it 10,000? 5,000? 5,000 is probably good. Oh wait, does that actually work? No, we need to disable everything if we have less than 5,000. Not just this one. We could also disable this one. Wait, can we have two conditions on this one? If not, I do have a slightly janky idea of how to do that, though. It does potentially risk losing 235, but or 238, but it would work. We could put logic here and stop the belt completely. Yeah, because the way I have this, it won't take from this belt, but these run on a perfect loop. So yeah, this won't actually do anything. Oh, I just realized we're still looping this around for no reason. Ooh. If you can have both logistics and circuit, but don't, it's confusing. Well, that would also require me to put a lot more logistic chests than I have. Well, I could use logistics solely for this one, though. Because basically, if this chest in particular has less than 500, I want this to work. And if these chests have greater than 5,000, or have less than 5,000, I don't want any Cobra X to work. I'm assuming I can't just disable the machines. No. So what is the quickest way to disable Cobra X? This thing? I could disable this one. Then it will just burn through what's buffered. That's fine, right? Yeah, well, I would actually want to I would want to turn off all of these two. And then I would want to set this logic higher so that way it can restart faster. So basically the thing I'm thinking of is I want this to be able to restart all of these faster, which would require me to buffer like 400 in this chest, which is fine. Yeah, we can make that work. Okay, we'll go with that. We don't have enough wire though, unfortunately. And what are we missing for the wire? Yeah, sure. We'll just take the plates directly. That works. It's not like we need to craft that many. We only need like 3. Okay, this will work. Wait. No. This one won't work there. We can't undo belt. We can't undo circuit logic. I guess I don't really need to disable the output one, do I? Like, this is its own thing. This is just feeding the nuclear. This is just feeding this. Okay, yeah, this one I guess isn't important. I was going to give it 2 conditions, but I don't think you can. I think to have red and green wire, it's so that way you can give it multiple conditions. Or you can, I think that's mostly for combinators. I don't know if it does anything on an inserter. Enabled if uranium is greater than 200. This will take so long to back up. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Flipped. Everything. Okay. I don't think I need both of those to be disabled. I actually really only need the input, but I only really need this one. Well, I guess having this one disabled is effectively the same as this one being disabled. Kind of, but not really. We'll leave this one without any logic for now. Because I think this one is all I need. And does this ever need to be upgraded? No. This one does not need to be upgraded. This isn't working. Oh, it can't have just 0 conditions. It needs at least something. Okay. Well then. What is always true? Anything? No. What's an always true condition? Oh, none. Wait, yeah. There we go. None. I forgot. I didn't see this there. Okay. This is decent and scalable, kind of. I can make it longer if I get more centrifuges, but I don't think that's a concern. Honestly, I need to make this one longer so I can process more uranium. Which is really easy to do. We're just centrifuge limited, right? We can get more concrete. Once this is started, I know I know we have too much of everything. Well, like right now we don't have too much of everything, and I really want to start burning through some uranium deposits so I can get like a better loop. Do we have gears anywhere? I think we have gears in like 10 different spots. We just we don't request them, which we really should. It's kind of the reason we have Logibots. Like that's the only reason we have Logibots actually, considering we're not using them for the factory. That's a lot of steel chests. Oh, we also... Oh, this is the first time we've lasted an hour on a planet. Which is pretty nice. Decent progress. I mean, to be fair, it's not because we're defending better. It's because the planet has bases that look like this. But I'll take it either way. But we're going to hold out as long as we can on this planet, I think. Which won't be that much longer, but... this is the last planet for the day, so I want to finish... Well, I want to make sure everything we broke today is reconnected. So let's see. We redid engines. We redid flamethrowers. Very slowly. We didn't cap it. Okay, that's good. Good we checked on it. We also needed to put regular gun turrets here, which I think use... Do gun turrets use iron or did they just use gears? Okay, they do use iron. Good. Okay. So now we have gun turret automation. We probably want to keep 2 stacks of these because these break a lot. And they're great for pushing bases. These are not working because we're steel limited. Yikes. Are we backed up on iron? We are. Actually, I can't tell if we're backed up on iron. We could speed mod stuff, though. We also got an upgrade. Ooh. We can get more steel if we need. We can get a lot more steel, huh? Let's prio to the right. And then so that way we can just overdo steel production here. Somehow. I don't really see a great way to get that many more furnaces here, if I'm being honest. Not without weird belt weaving. We could go under that way. We could also just kind of fit it wherever. Like, stuff like this is okay. It's weird, but I think it's totally... It's good enough. We could add a beacon, would also help. If we can fit one. It looks like we can beacon a lot of furnaces here, right? Oh yeah, 5. Yeah, that's big. And then we can do the same up here, which won't be quite as many, but still enough. Okay, I like that. It's a small amount of it's a small increase to steel production, but it should be enough because I don't think we're that limited. Like it's only 3 that aren't running, and a large part of that is because we're still buffering up power poles and flamethrower turrets. So once these are done, we'll start backing up on steel again. So we don't need this to be sustainable. And then what else did we break? This isn't breaking anything, but we definitely don't want this iron. in that chest. Where needs iron plates? We could move them here. Would be a bit more useful. Moving the steel directly would also be useful. Don't know what this fed into, but everything needs, a lot of things need steel. Okay. We don't need the barrels, but sure. We have them now. Okay, and then these seem to be working. We have plenty of blue chip, not plenty of blue chip production, but we have blue chip production. We have these speed 2s, which we wanted, and then how's our labs? Our labs haven't researched anything for a while. Let's get all the platform. Ooh, wait. We could upgrade. Ooh, yeah, let's upgrade the top floor. The top platform. That'll let us get more coal liquefaction, whatever. Because if we're going to be expanding this floor, we probably want to have the full size before we move all the turrets, or nearly the full size, because I think we can almost expand them out here with this next upgrade. And I'm pretty sure, wait, is that the last one? Unless there's like a giga platform, but I don't think there would be. Oh yeah, no, that's totally fine. And then we can start getting mining productivity 3. To get any larger mining platforms, we need mining prod 3, which is a lot of yellow science. We also finally remembered the radar, which we mentioned like 2 hours ago and then forgot about. But the important thing is we have it now. And then do we have enough beacons and centrifuges? I think so. I think we can do all the expansions we want. We just need to be able to process 1 red belt of uranium is my goal. We don't have... Ooh, we don't have red undergrounds. We have a ton, like thousands. Because we have 1,000 something over here, and I think we have another 1,000 up top. I guess we did a lot of expansions recently, especially stuff with belt weaving. So we did burn through like 3 stacks of undergrounds today, probably. So that would do it. That would explain why we don't have any more undergrounds. This is a very lazy way to do this, but it works. I don't know how long I don't know how far I need this to go down. Definitely not that far, but I'll stick with it. Okay, we don't actually have inserters. Are you fine with me using my any percent record time in the task software, comparing your time to research for TAS? Yeah, that would be fine. A lot of people like seeing how they compare to world records and stuff like that, so I imagine a lot of people would like that. Plus, it's just kind of cool to see how much faster the tasks are. Do you like have a yeah? Did you design a timer into the task software? Or like splits into the task software? Yeah, it's not quite fair, but people like seeing that stuff. Like it gives a reference to like what the task is really doing. Oh, that's nice. We can finally use these. We can finally pass resources through here safely. That doesn't do anything, but we can. Also, I imagine... Oh, are these the rail things? Oh, wait, do I pass trains over here and then I get resources from the trains? Oh, okay, you haven't made splits, but you're designing an in-game message. Makes sense. Okay, so these are definitely the train things. I kind of want to research one. This is more useful, but this is something I am curious about, so it's what we're going to research. I have absolutely no idea how I could possibly use trains in here. Like, what am I supposed to do? Set up a railroad every new planet? Like, is that what they want me to do? Like I don't know what that does. Maybe I mean I guess there are a lot of things you could leave behind in a rail platform. Especially once you start staying on planets for like 1 or 2 hours or like longer. It's probably not that big of a deal to have to destroy a railroad. I have no idea what this is. That must be a really old build. Setting up splits seems logically hard. You would be able to like count the amount of things that were placed though. Like that's how people theorize a lot. Wait, why aren't these working? We haven't had oil in a while. We finally burned through our crude. Yikes, we need to fix that next time. Yeah, I get like a lot of people have theories for like how you would do auto splitting for Factorio, and they involve counting entities, which wouldn't work very well for a player. I feel like it would work a lot better for a task because they're consistent. They don't make those mistakes. Well, also you don't have to worry about it being accused of being a task when it is a task, so that helps. Because I can definitely think of ways you could use that to count reference points with auto splitting. Don't know how useful it would be, but something you could do. We did not grab. Okay, so since we didn't grab them, I'm just gonna downgrade because I don't feel like getting them. That should be fine. This is still this is this one full red belt? Honestly, I feel like this still isn't a full red belt of uranium ore, but we can process more uranium now. 22 for our 2 nuclear reactors that are still more than enough. I mean, it says it's a lot more than I have, though. These are only 160. So we are actually using coal again. Oh, we're not mining coal, though. Ooh, wait, hold up. This means we can upgrade. We're moving up in the world. We can finally power our entire nuclear reactor, I think. And we can also almost fuel like all of the Kovrex. Ooh, that's pretty good too. No, we're doing great. I don't know if we need to beacon this, so I'm going to. Because I can. I can't imagine I'm using I can't imagine I'm using 1 uranium fuel cell per second. Why did I beacon that? Even briefly, why did I consider that was any chance that was necessary? Because I forgot each one burns for 200 seconds. We do not have 200 nuclear reactors. Yeah, we're good. Well, I guess minus 30%, you know. But yeah, we still didn't need it. Oh, we could do this and get even more out of it. Yeah, okay, now we're talking. Setting recipe seems more in line with the usual split. Setting blue science. Yeah, that probably would make. Yeah, that's true. Actually, having this research unlocked is probably a lot more of a meaningful split in a task than it is for human stuff. I mean, the important thing is it just needs to be something that vaguely represents what you're doing, just to show how it compares. But it's hard to compare like 2 different bases, because I mean, at this point, the task is like it's similar, but it is a different base. Like it is a lot of differences. That was solely just to be slightly prettier. Was completely unnecessary, but I'm glad I did it. Okay, we got nuclear power up finally. We got a version of Kovarex, which looks like it will work pretty decently. It will convert all the 238 that we have excess of just fine. This isn't working. Okay, we didn't hook up this one. Why can I never find uranium here? There we go. Okay, now it's hooked up. Although it's mostly about being a loop, so we don't really need to supplement it, but I don't think it will hurt to supplement it. No, because anything backed up will go here. Yeah, we can't break it by having this inserter. But yeah, this only fills up to like 500, so this mostly uses the stuff that these recycle, and then this one tops it off, so that's good. This, hopefully, it looks like it has enough throughput. It just idles a bunch, so it doesn't have. So it's kind of like a weird idle problem. Ideally, you would want it to have multiple inserters, which we could do pretty easily. If we realize this isn't enough, we could use long inserter inputs. No, sorry, fast inserter inputs, long inserter outputs for filling this belt. If we decide we need more throughput. But honestly, it just, once this stabilizes, I think that won't be a problem. It just comes in weird bursts. Let's see, these are sped up. So this is equivalent to 10 centrifuges. A little over 10. We should leave this planet so that way we don't start and immediately get overwhelmed by like behemoths next time. But yeah, we will have to move these, but that part is easy. Like, we left space, so we can keep most of these where they are, but we can also just delete a little bit of the buffer would work. And then we can shift them over, probably wrap these around and fit these in a smaller area, or use more beacons. We have lots of options there to try to condense it. Because we do have enough space for one more nuclear reactor here if for some reason we need an entire gigawatt. Currently, we can produce up to, well, between this and this, 700 megawatts. Considering we've never gone above like 200, I don't think we'll need it. Oh, we could start using the stabilizer now that we have nuclear power, and using power doesn't waste fuel. We can start using the stabilizer, and what that does is reduce pollution somehow. I don't know any more than that, but it's supposed to do something with pollution, so we could start using that. I think that would be a good idea, because otherwise it's just wasted power, because we only really need the radar to run for a few minutes, and then pollution, I feel like I always want to be decreasing. Let's see what it... can I look it up? What does it actually do? Unlocks the reactor ability to stabilize platform, minimizing pollution emissions and pollution growth. So I'm not sure if it like reduces pollution production or if it consumes pollution. So like, I don't know if it's like the earlier you do it, the better, or if it doesn't really matter when you start. But I imagine it's probably the earlier the better. Yeah, I do want to see what's on this planet, because we might need to leave it. As long as it has uranium, I think we're good. Because we are missing stone and we are running low on coal. So that gives me an idea. We could mine both of those here in small amounts. And it's probably enough coal, because we don't use a lot of coal now. We only really use it for plastics. And maybe explosives, but we don't really use a lot of those. But yeah, now that we're using mostly uranium, we basically, all that work we did for uranium was just a huge increase in buffer density. Was effectively what it amounts to. Because even with all of the processing that we have for nuclear fuel, I think it uses a lot less space to get nuclear power and buffer the stuff for nuclear power. Because it's just such a dense fuel. I mean, the reactors themselves are definitely more dense. I mean, it's what, 4 times denser? Wait, what happened here? Oh, I cut this off just in case I wanted to put uranium here. I don't think I will. I'll leave it just in case I change my mind. But yeah, so this is 600 megawatts-ish. This is like 150. So it's the same amount of space, but of course this has this processing as well. So if you account for this, add an extra 25%, because I think this is enough to power 2 of these. So yeah, totally fine there in terms of density. Is it time for burner inserters and nuclear fuel? You know, that would have a very good chest density, right? No, it probably would not, because it stacks to 10 as opposed to 150. You know, that is more dense than coal. We could, instead of using nuclear power, just use nuclear fuel. Oh, they stack to 1? Is that still better? It might still be better. It is still better. It's still 6 times better. um, Wait, would it be better to store on a belt? It's almost better to store that on a belt than it is to store it in a chest. Almost. Not quite. But you would be replacing 2 chests with this, which is like 2 wooden chests. It's as efficient as wooden chests, at least. That's something. You know what? I'm happy with this. First Covarex in years. And it seems to be adequate. We could also stop buffering absurd amounts of nuclear fuel. But honestly, I like the safety net, so I think I'm gonna, like, if I stop this, I will kind of speed these up a little bit faster, but I think they're close to running full time, that it's kind of too late now. Like, I should have done that earlier, back when they weren't running fully. Now it doesn't matter. But yeah, good progress. I don't actually know if these work that well, but I think they seem okay. Tanks are the densest option for storage. Do you mean like combat tanks? Like, instead of using chests, I just put a ton of tanks? Because that is hilarious. That, you know, that's not a terrible idea. Because, like, then if I move the buffer, I only have to delete the inserters. I don't have to move any of the resources. I just take the tank and I drive it somewhere else. I mean, sure, I destroy the base in the process, but I kind of like it. See, are we really backed up on iron? No, something's broken here. Oh, it's because this one belt not mining coal. Okay. I still think I want this to be uranium. So instead, what we'll do is we'll split this. Like that. That'll work. This will at least make it that the belt doesn't back up if we're mixed mining. When I'm not mixed mining, I don't care, but when I am mixed mining, I don't want any of the belts to back up. Because I really want this. Oh, and I should probably fix it now and do the same with this other side. Yeah, which one is it? Yeah, like I said, my goal before I stop is to make sure I fix everything that I had made weird. Can I fit this in here? I don't think so. And maybe I won't. Maybe I won't use this, but I want the option without the mess, because this is a lot of stone. Or you could do the tanks. I could put tanks here, and then keep buffering into it. I mean, tanks are cheap, right? Whoops. Well, I guess we're not gonna stay on this planet long next time. We have 7 minutes to mine stuff. But oh, this planet is missing uranium anyway. It's not that great. Okay, so next time we need to fix oil. Reconnect oil. What else do we need to do? I can probably just say oil processing and what else? Uranium buffer. Okay. Uh, that will be next stream, which will probably be Tuesday, because tomorrow should be more of that horribly chaotic randomizer. You know, with the walk speed changing, movement or walk speed changing, icons randomized, and recipe randomized. We actually are. I don't think. I don't think we'll launch tomorrow, but we should be able to start building rocket parts tomorrow. Hopefully. Or wait, no, we don't even have bots, do we? I don't remember where we left off. Well, we're going to be doing the randomizer. I'm not sure how far we are into the randomizer. In Planet Randomizer. Throw it into Warptorio. Every hour my base changes and everything is random. Oh my god, I would go crazy. But thank you all for watching. And yeah, randomizer tomorrow should be fun. Although slightly painful for everyone. Very confusing, but should be fun still. We made great progress here. I'm very happy to finally have nuclear power for the first time. Honestly, this is the most nuclear power I've ever had either. Anyway. So yeah, very happy with that. Thank you all for watching, and have a good evening. Peace.